floor is shaking.
Yeah, it's just fake. Like, this is like a fake building.
It's like a fake building, real quick pop up.
Nerd Confessions.
Incoming transmission. Accessing database. Identification acquired. Welcome back, user. Nerd Confessions will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Nerd Confessions, our safe haven where we discuss thoughts and opinions on everything nerdy, geeky, techie, and whatever. It's actually our second season of this, and it's our new year of 2017, and we're going to talk about some stuff that we did over this last couple weeks. We'd like to remind our listeners that you can follow us on various social media platforms and find our previous episodes and view bonus content on our website, nerdconfessions.net. I'm Sohail, the moderator for this episode, and I'm joined by Tommy.
Yo.
Ellie.
Hi.
Willie.
Hello. Willie.
Cherie.
Hello.
And Pedram.
Hello.
In this episode, we'll be taking our time. We'll be talking about the 5 most recent nerd news topics important to us. The January 2017 Nintendo Switch conference that just happened a couple of days ago. And Ubisoft's first movie venture, Assassin's Creed. Stick around until the end of the episode if you want to hear some listeners' confessions. If you have something you want to send us or confessions that you want to email us at contact@nerdconfessions.net or send us a tweet at nerdconfessions. So for starters, let's see what everyone's been up to for this week. Tommy, what have you been up to?
I don't remember. I've done a whole bunch of shit. I think I spent more time this past couple weeks, I think, just checking out random animes on Crunchyroll just out of boredom, just because I had it. So I was like, all right. And I found out something interesting. Most animes are only 12 episodes, which is like an hour probably, tops, or to 2. And so it's like you get invested and then it's over. Kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, it's usually how it is with animes,
until
though.
the next season, right?
No, that's it. Some of them
that
just
means it failed.
No, that's just apparently that's how they do it in Japan. Like very quick stories. At the most, it's like 24 episodes.
They just like a dozen. That's it. Nothing more.
A dozen or 24 tops.
Nothing more.
24. How do you explain Dragon Ball Z then?
There's the exception to the rule, like Dragon Ball Z or One Piece, which is like on 600 some episodes.
Most of us think Dragon Ball Z is the rule.
Or
Everything else is the exception.
Or Inuyasha, yes. I have to rewatch that actually. Yeah,
or Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket? Full Metal Alchemist?
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah,
I was confused for a second.
Wait, I don't remember reading that on Crunchyroll.
I was like, wait, what is that? All right. Ellie, what you been up to?
Not much, but I have excuses. Well, I did watch Assassin's Creed before I went on a vacation to Cancun.
Oh, yeah, I did that too.
Yes, yeah. What, you did that too?
Yeah, I forgot.
I thought it was you. No.
Oh, was that you down there 2 seats over?
Yeah, I was drowning.
What?
In the plane?
I don't know how to swim, yeah.
All right.
The plane crashed into the ocean. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I watched Assassin's Creed, and then I also played more Watch Dogs. Kind of obsessed with it right now. And then for like a whole entire night, I got to play with my new Razer keyboard.
Oh.
Ooh.
Is it mechanical?
Yes, it is.
Ooh.
It goes click, click, click.
Wait, which one did you get? There's different kinds.
Click, 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 click.
Does it change colors?
It does, yes.
So it's a Razer Chroma.
It's a Razer Chroma, yeah.
Does it have M1 through 5 on the left side?
Of course it does. It's the Black Widow Chroma.
Yes. It's that one.
We have the same one.
Nice.
No,
nice.
it's a smaller, compact one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Got that one.
We're twinsing's keyboard.
That's cool.
I like
hers
it seriously.
is, I think, the latest version though. It's like a full metal plate on the bottom.
You just have to do. You just have to do.
I'm just saying.
So mine's a little better.
They changed
It's
it like
okay.
a year ago.
But you should hear it. It goes clickety click click click, and then I spent a whole entire night just wanting to type things. Like I opened Word just so I can type things.
Is it an orgasm?
And I wrote, this keyboard is really cool.
Is it an orgasm for your fingers?
Yeah, it feels right. Like,
It tingles.
yeah.
All right, Will. So what have you been up to, Mr. I Do Things?
Okay, well, I finally got around to trying out Battlefront VR experience, where you fly an X-wing through space. It's kind of cool. It ties into Rogue One, which is kind of neat. You talk to K2SO.
Yeah,
He's
the cool
one
droid.
of the characters in it. So that was fun.
Droid.
Very short though. I played Fallout 4, Fallout 4 Nuka World, and Fallout 4 Far Harbor, and those were really fun. Nuka World is actually one of my favorite DLCs. And guess what, guys? I got the platinum and all the trophies for even the expansions.
This fucking guy.
All of them.
But in the meantime, he broke his game.
Yes, I also broke the game.
Yes, he broke the game. He has a weird sound that follows him around while you play the game.
Well,
Really?
what happened is there's this part in the story where I have to help these people that worship space stuff get to a ride, and the ride is one of those rides you stick yourself on the wall and it spins in a circle. And once I finally helped them get to it and turn it on, it spun in a circle, and I got to this part where their heads are supposed to fall off. But when that happened, I thought something wasn't working correctly, so I pulled my Pip-Boy up, and then I put it back down and auto-saved. And then right when it was auto-saving, all their heads fell off, and there was like a loud noise. And ever since then, the loud noise just persisted. It's constantly there. So when I turn it on, it's like constantly. Ooh.
Wow.
It's an environmental sound. No, it's an effect.
What did you get for platinum and everything?
It's an effect sound.
Overachiever.
So
It's like
my
a
only
troll mechanism
I
built
thought
in.
I thought maybe I just revert to an old save, right? So like
And
I
it
went to
glitched?
like a long save from a long time ago, still there.
Wow.
I started a new game, still there.
What?
So I don't know what the hell happened, but it broke the game.
Is it a digital copy or a CD?
It was a CD, but it's installed.
Tried wiping it?
I didn't want to uninstall because I was almost done, so I didn't actually try
Did you
it.
try just cleaning the CD maybe? That would.
Oh no, it wasn't the CD. It's actually probably the software installed. But my temporary fix is just turning down the effects sound. So like when I try to aim with the Pip-Boy, I just don't have the clicks. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. But I'm done with it, so I don't care anymore. I played Robinson the Journey, which is a VR game. That was pretty cool. It was kind of like an adventure game, puzzle solving thing. It was really fun. What I didn't like about it though is from like the screen captures I was seeing of it, it looked like you would be using your motion controllers with it, but you're not. It's just controller only. I was like, okay, this is kind of lame, but
So they advertised
it grew on me.
the motion controls, but they didn't use it?
No, look from the pictures, it looks like you're holding one. It's shaped exactly like a motion controller. It has a little ball on top, so that's why I assumed.
So
but
it's
you're not.
advertised. Then what was it then?
Well, it's not advertised. It just looks like it. You're just holding a controller and you turn with it.
So
Then
what
that's
the
a little
so what were
device.
they holding in the
in the game? It looks like a motion controller. It looks like it seriously looks like a motion controller.
In the game, you use it to pick stuff up and you move it it moves where you're looking. So it's a cool game though. It looks really good for being a PS4 VR game, and I enjoyed it. I actually got all the trophies for it. No platinum though. Well, actually, no, I did get the platinum for it. It does have a platinum.
I hope you get a sound effect error on that one too.
And I watched Assassin's Creed, and that's all I did that week.
Ooh, lots of stuff. So we're going to go to our guests today, since they are joining us. Shuri, what did you do?
I read the new Gwenpool, and I watched all of Veronica Mars season 2.
Ooh,
Did you like the Gwenpool?
a lot of show.
Yeah.
Who's
it
better,
was really
Gwenpool
good.
or Deadpool?
Okay, well.
No, who's
like,
better?
Deadpool.
You really?
Yeah.
Obviously.
There's only like 9 issues of Gwenpool.
Oh.
But, yeah.
I have a question. Is Gwenpool ugly?
No.
Okay, so I just wonder if she's ugly like Deadpool is.
She's like not my type at all, but.
Oh, yeah,
No.
types.
But yeah, she's just kind of like a normal girl from our world who gets stuck in like the Marvel universe, and she tries to be a superhero.
So she breaks the fourth wall a lot.
Yeah. Oh, a lot.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's
Kind of
what
like
she
that.
So she
flying
doesn't have any
squirrel.
powers at all? Or?
No.
Oh,
Nope.
Damn.
She can't even like fire a gun, right? Like,
So she's just like a.
So she's kind of just in the way.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
In the way.
Why did she
in the skin
choose
tag costume.
Gwenpool? Because Deadpool's her favorite character?
No, because her name is Gwenpool.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's.
I thought she like chose that superhero name because also obviously play him.
I thought she was like she couldn't die or something, and look just like him. Or maybe she had like knife skills, but she does nothing. She does nothing.
Nothing.
So
doesn't
she's
get
like,
even regeneration.
No.
That's why her name is Gwen
Yeah.
in the Way Pool.
Yeah.
maybe she's Gwen, and her last name she's named after a pool, which does nothing. All right, moving on. Is that all you did?
Oh, I got caught up on Walking Dead, and I played the Telltale Batman game,
Ooh.
but I only finished like chapter 1, which isn't a lot.
Is it worth playing through?
Like every Telltale game, it's like 90% talking
Right.
Yeah.
and like 10% action. And when I did play, there were a few times that I clicked the wrong button and it didn't even matter.
It's like a Telltale game in total.
I'm thinking about having us all play that on one podcast. It'd be fun to talk about, but
That would be.
I don't know. I'm waiting for a sale maybe or something.
Well, we'll get there when we get there.
I'll play it a bit more and I'll,
Let us know.
I also played, they had Inside as like a free demo, so I played that. And it's by the people who do, it was Limbo, right, Ellie?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was on sale, so I bought it too. I haven't played it yet though.
Oh,
What's
it's
the name of
it's
Limbo was the previous game that they did. Yeah, remember it was all like a silhouette game.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
good.
And
But
this
which one was this next one?
Inside.
Inside. Yeah, it's really good.
It's strange.
Yeah, that's what makes
Just
it
like
good.
Limbo was strange. Too.
Ellie would love it.
Yeah.
Ella likes
You
dumb
gotta
stuff.
like hook this little boy's brain up and like control dead bodies with it. It's cool.
Yep, right up by Ellie. I think that's why we're friends, right?
Yeah.
Interesting hobby.
All right, Pedram, what you been up to?
So I watched Rogue One twice.
Nice.
That
I
was
guess.
really fun. And then I bought Sims 4
Yes.
For-
Oh my gosh.
for the
We
New
were
Year
talking about
sales.
Sims.
For New Year sales on Origin, and then I bought Diablo on their anniversary, so I played.
Oh
a little
fuck
bit
yeah! I
of
played Diablo 2. I'm just things are coming back to me. Continue.
it. Fantastic. Yeah. So played Diablo with Tommy. Played Sims 4. That was really fun. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Did you get any extensions for Sims 4?
No,
Not
I
yet.
didn't. No,
No.
I don't. Yeah, I just want to play the classic game. I don't care about the
Yeah,
extensions.
that's true. I've only bought one for the Sims 4 is just for stuff. I just want with stuff. I forgot what stuff it was though.
For the Sims 3, I got the World Explorers pack or whatever it's called. That was fun. You
It
get
looks like fun.
yeah, you get to be like an archaeologist and dig up gems. It's cool.
Cool.
I think you can do that for Sims 4 as well.
Yeah, collect rocks and
Collect-
stuff that you
yeah.
find. Yeah.
Speaking of gems,
Collector.
Will, we need to play Diablo. Me, you, and
Yes, we
Pedro.
need to play
I'm down. I'll
Diablo.
do it. You guys just haven't talked to me since that day. And I was
Okay.
busy finishing my Fallout 4.
Busy.
Busy breaking the
Business.
game.
Pedram
Having
plays
a
like
sound
that.
follow
we,
you.
we'll play. Just please don't break Diablo.
Please do not bring that noise.
Please
with
don't
you.
break Diablo.
Please.
Yeah, don't break it. All right, so what I've been up to is Assassin's Creed. I watched a Nintendo conference, and I've been playing Transformers, some weird Transformers game I got for free. Forgot the last name of it, but I played Transformers. The game.
Cybertron.
Oh yeah, I watched
Aren't
Nintendo
they all
Switch
the
presentation too.
It's called Transformers. Let me get the name. Devastation. There it is.
It was one of the free PS Plus games that we got. like,
Yeah,
a
it
while
was.
ago.
It was the original Transformers. It's kind of fun. I
It's
like
all
it.
about
But
the
I
free.
remember trying out for a second, but I didn't keep playing it.
I played that, and I also continued playing Far Cry Primal, which has been very disappointing because it's not very interesting. You get bored of it very quick.
It's a bummer.
It's the same map as Far Cry 4, which is sad also because I know where I'm going. You're like, oh, this is where I was. This is where this was before. So
So is it pretty much like Far Cry 4? Just
they did change the terrain,
okay.
but they didn't change the map. The map
Should have just made it DLC if that's the case.
it's kind of sad. The gameplay is not that. It's fun, but it wears out. You get bored of it. And yeah, I did also play Robinson, but that's because Will let me borrow it. So
The journey.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm just gonna say one thing real quick. I can only play that game in like an hour at a time.
Does it make you sick?
It doesn't make me sick. I just get really frustrated with how slow he walks. Like it's so slow.
It frustrated me too. Well, it was the same thing when you played the Farpoint demo. He was walking really slow. But at least you can shoot shit as you walk around.
Yeah,
I can totally picture Soil just fucking
no,
playing it.
there's like,
He's like, move faster!
no, he
Well,
like
God
slows
damn
down.
it!
Slow
Once
down.
you get to one place, though, you can fast travel back to it. So that kind of helps.
No, I know, but I meant the thing that annoyed me is I'm walking and I'm like, oh, there's a little obstacle. It's
You
gonna take me
didn't
like
get
10
as far
seconds.
as me. What gets really frustrating is later you have to run from raptors, but at the speed you normally go. So like, chug.
I'm sorry, did you say
chug.
raptors?
Yeah, raptors. There's dinosaurs in this.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So
Don't bring dinosaurs in here.
it's actually good. So I like it. So far, I like it. I haven't beat it yet, but I like it. So I'm not going to go over anything else more than that. So moving on. Moving to the news.
News of the week.
All right. So many snaps. At CES, Razer was showing off a proof of concept for a laptop that has 3 4K screens. 2 of the screens slide out of the back of the center screen, and you're ready to have an intense gaming or production session. The laptop is based off of Blade Pro design, which is their $3,700 laptop.
That's without the screens.
Without the screens.
Hold up, it's $3,700 without the extra 2 screens?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it has a built-in 1080p card. It has a desktop class CPU. It has tons of battery.
You're telling me this thing is the, like...
We saw it when we were at the Razer event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the one with the-
$3,700.
It's the one with the Chroma keyboard as well.
Yeah, it has a Chroma. It's Chroma keyboard, but it's also. Didn't finish. It's got
and a 4K display.
It has a 4K display, and it's 3 of them.
It's like a damn card.
But something that happened to it. What happened to it? Well, it is stolen. Someone stole it.
Oh wait, what?
Oh, wow.
They
What?
stole
Yeah, it got
What?
stolen.
Was it the proof of concept
The
or the one
Chroma
that has more
keyboard?
functionality than that?
The one
there's
that
two of them there.
the one that was at CES. One of them went missing,
It's probably the one on the show floor.
and then they showed.
It'd be hard to steal the one that's in the suite. They had a suite that a lot of people were going to.
Yeah,
But
but
it's got to be the one on the show floor.
they're not really good at watching their mice, though. I heard from what I know.
Whatever.
So apparently they had pictures. Someone had a picture of Linus walking around with it. But it was like a joke picture of him walking around with it.
Photoshopped it.
It's really him carrying it. But I think there was a joke
Like he
picture.
stole it, yeah.
He stole it, but he didn't steal it. So yeah, one of them went missing. So it's a $7,000 laptop that went gone.
Oh,
You'd
wow.
think they have security cameras or something to be able to catch them.
Well,
Okay, we can make another one.
I'm telling you right now, if I had a $7,000
It wasn't even
laptop,
done. It was like a
should be
proof of
handcuffed
concept.
to somebody.
it wasn't done.
Probably
I think
like retail.
I'm really thinking it probably was a competitor that just jacked it and said, "All right, let's see how they're doing this."
Oh my god, that would be awesome. That would be fantastic.
But I
to
don't
do that.
even own 3 screens.
I do. It's great.
Must
And
be
you never
nice.
use it.
I
That's
do.
great.
I do.
No, you don't.
I can
Every
s-
single time I play, I use all 3 screens.
I can see when you use it for like like if you're video editing or photo
yeah,
editing, things like
definitely.
that. But I can't see myself doing it for gaming.
No, I can't
I just
either.
don't need.
Depends on the game.
What game needs that much landscape?
Shooters.
Like,
No, I mean,
racing games is more immersive to have your
Yeah, the
periphery.
racing games I get.
I'm not
but-
talking about
First-person
Shooters.
shooters.
Shooters sometimes it's kind of cool to have periphery, but you don't have to have it.
Yeah, but I don't. Your eyes don't even see those. They just see it like
Yeah,
blind.
No,
your
they're supposed.
periphery.
No, exactly. They're supposed to be your peripheral vision.
Like
So
you
you're
can see
supposed to be
people
able to
coming
see
from
it,
the
yeah.
sides.
All right.
Well, that's not
Where
how I
your
use
eye.
it though. I use where the main game is in the middle, and then on the left you'll have like various things open. Whether you have a chat or whatever is open. On the right you'll have like maps of wherever you're going in the game,
Yeah.
so you don't
Yeah,
have
so
to
you're
keep
using it
tabbing
wrong.
in and out.
Well, you only have a GTX 1070, so you can do more if you wanted to.
Well, I wouldn't want to. It's a waste of fucking space.
Ooh, he just burns you with a burn.
You know what, Will? I hope your sound effect problem follows you the rest of your life.
All right. News topic 2. More from CES. AMD showed off their new Ryzen CPU line, which is give Intel some competition.
Pedram, here we go. AMD, you like AMD, right?
In
Oh, I love AMD.
basically giving them competition.
This is their new Ryzen CPU that's going to compete with Intel right now.
There's no competition.
Well, this is going to compete with it.
So the
They can try.
enthusiast
They
performance
haven't
class
had a
CPU
they haven't had a
market.
CPU that performs this well for a long time. So it's nice.
We'll see.
Sorry.
Is it because they have new silicate?
They have a new silicate.
There you go. New silicate was made. So it was proven that it can work way, way, way better.
What does AMD stand for?
Do you know what the
All
6900K is?
My
The Core i7 enthusiast class CPU. It supposedly is on par with that.
Well, the thing is, though, I think not necessarily. I'm trying to think of the best i7 I encountered wasn't one of the.
These are the 6-core ones with 6 threads.
Well, depends on. Well, that's the thing. Depends what you're using that CPU for.
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying, like for example, for some of the games I play, the 6 cores multi-threads.
Right now, games are optimized for 4-core. Yeah.
We'll see. I had the worst experience with AMD, so.
You don't like it, or
No.
Well, he was shafted because he got their 8-core thinking 8 cores were better, but it wasn't.
Oh yeah,
it's not even real 8 cores.
No, it's nothing. It's a piece of trash.
They're supposedly improving it, so that's.
But I sold that piece of trash for $200, so there you go.
Well, that's good for you. What I was gonna say is, AMD stands for Advanced Micro. What is it again? Advanced Micro Devices.
Advanced Micro Dick.
So, so in the competition this is going to be competition for Intel's enthusiast performance class CPU market. They also showed off their new Vega GPU line, which will be shooting for the competition. Shooting competition in the NVIDIA 1080 GPU.
Last time they released, this is the Fury X line, the Fury X line that we're talking about here. Just that Vega is the name of the GPU. NVIDIA released the 980 Ti, so maybe they'll release a 1080 Ti now that can compete with this.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Because it was slightly better.
Yeah.
The Vega's GPU features some of the technology that was used in new PS4 Pros, which is cool.
So I might have it then.
Some of the technology.
Yeah, some of the technology that's part of it.
Some of the technology was like, you know how it's 32-bit,
Nope, I had no
64-bit. They like cut the bits into half for the areas that you don't see or something like that. And it improves performance, and that's in this.
I want all my bits.
We don't need all the bits if you can't see it.
Isn't that what they do normally now with like YouTube and stuff with their codecs and stuff? Like in the background, things like.
But we're talking with like
GPU levels. Yeah. Alrighty. Next news topic. At CES, HTC revealed some exciting new accessories for the Vive. So if you're a Vive lover out there, there's a lot of new stuff. They're demoing the TV Cast. We previously spoke about which streams to the Vive headset, making it wireless, which is pretty cool. No wires means more movement, right? Especially with the Vive.
Yeah, because the games I have to turn completely around for, you have to worry about the cord. It kind of sucks.
So there's no cord whatsoever.
Yeah, it just.
So could you get lost?
You have like a little satellite dish that you hang from the ceiling, and it beams directly down to your headset, which is kind of cool.
Imagine if you're like,
that's pretty cool.
You had the cord on your back, and you had to pull like a Willow Smith and like whip your head.
Games like Journey to the Robinson are best played standing up and able to turn around, just point to where you want to walk.
Oh man, my neck hurts so bad.
And this, you have to actually use the controller to turn because you can't only have so much turn space. So this will allow you to just turn around freely without worrying about cords.
That would be cool for like shooter games like that. Infinity that we played in the
Disney
PSX?
Infinity.
No, the PSX, that shooter game.
Oh, Farpoint.
Farpoint.
It'd be cool for Farpoint too.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Are you gonna get it, William?
Farpoint?
The TP Cast?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Sounds expensive.
That sounds like a yes.
I'm definitely getting the next one.
All right, so what's on the next part? Yeah, so they also announced the Vive Deluxe audio strap. Probably the most exciting, though, they will announce the Vive Tracker. The Vive Tracker connects to a third-party device to work seamlessly with the Vive.
The Deluxe audio strap, that's definitely what I'm going to get.
What does it do?
I hate the strap that's currently on the Vive. It's just pretty much like the Vive strap. It has the built-in headphones and stuff.
So it makes it nice and easy.
So you have a headphone and the thing all built together.
Yeah, but you'd be really excited about the tracker, Tommy. What that does is it has a little connection, and you can just connect it to any third-party device, and it tracks it. So they have like real guns, like almost real guns, that you can just snap it into the top, and it works with the gun and tracks it perfectly. You can connect it to the bottom.
So you could take a Nerf gun and like put on the top?
Well, it has to be built for it.
Oh.
But they have things like a baseball bat. You connect to the bottom of a baseball bat, and it detects exactly what you're doing with the baseball bat. So
that's
kind of cool.
Pretty badass.
I like that.
Previously, they were doing some stuff like there was a developer that was working on a game where you fight fires, and they had a fire jacket, and the jacket actually got hotter as you were fighting the flames.
What the fuck?
And they had a hose, and you'd pull back the hose and it'd give you feedback like because of the water. But this was without the Vive Tracker. But now the Vive Tracker is going to make that kind of stuff easier.
So it looks like virtual reality is making a big headway.
Well, these accessories are pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, these are.
It doesn't mean that I don't know if I don't know if it's made a big headway, but I think the
I'm telling
people
you, next thing,
that
chip-
are using it
chip in the brain.
they are pushing it and pushing and pushing the technology to the point where it's going to be like you have to have this to play games because it's the next level experience.
Another year or two, and the Vive's probably going to be a lot more affordable than it is right now.
You're gonna feel like you're in the game in armor
5
with sword
years.
chasing.
They're talking about there was
Next
rumors
year.
of there being a HTC Vive 2 at CES, but I think it's way too soon. Probably next year.
Just interesting. We'll see what happens. I think it'll be cool. I'm just gonna say something about Robinson. My neck really does hurt playing that game, especially when you have to look up at things that are really high. You're like, oh, I got to climb this. My neck.
Yeah, I played a game like that called Dread Halls or something like that. It's a horror game for the Gear VR.
Mhm.
And since there's no wires, it's more enjoyable because you can just turn around full 360 without worrying about cables, and you don't have to move just your neck because you're sitting down. So it was, if we get it wireless, it'll help.
Yeah. So next topic of the week, news topic. The Xbox One exclusive game Scalebound that is being developed by Platinum Games has been canceled, which is sad because that was one of my predictions. that game was going to. It was from the E3 prediction.
That was going to be canceled?
No, that it wasn't going to be canceled. That it was going to come out a playable demo. That's sad. It seems that the decision was made partly by Microsoft, who may have cut funding to the game, which is sad. Because at E3, they showed a game to play.
Yeah, they're
right?
pretty proud of it. I don't know. Maybe it's just not living up to what they expected it to be.
And that's sad.
I don't know.
They
did the same thing for that other game they announced. I forgot the name. Dust something.
Which makes me really sad to see here that they're cutting a game that should have been really done quickly. What's going on?
Nothing. I'm listening to you.
Touching the Ewok butt.
Okay, so yeah, it's sad that game had a lot of development in it. I think it was like already 2 years, right?
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be enjoyable, so I don't know.
You know a game that's been in development forever, Star Citizen? I saw some new screenshots of it. It looks amazing.
Dude, Star Citizen
excited for
is fucking amazing.
But will it ever be done?
I don't know. It just looks good, really good.
It's pretty good right now.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, it's
Like,
really good.
I just wanted to come out.
Yeah,
released.
finished, released, done. Kind of like Ark. Ark's never gonna get done.
Apparently, it's done now.
Oh no, it's not.
It's not a release anymore.
I just got an
It's not a pre-game anymore listed on the Xbox site. It's
No,
that full game, but it's still fucking broken.
Next news. Another announcement from Razer at CES is Project, I don't know how to say this, Ariana?
Yeah, I think that's right.
The concept is much like Microsoft was once planning to do, and they are developing.
When they're developing Project Natal,
Yeah.
they're also talking about this technology, which they never did.
Which was later called the Kinect, right?
Yeah.
It's a project around your TV which displays the rest of the game world for you in your peripheral vision.
I'm sorry, say that again?
So you have your TV and you have a projector that projects to the rest of the room, projecting that peripheral vision. So you have the screen, everything outside the screen is filled in by the projector.
I think
even if it's distorted by
the fuck?
the stuff in your room.
That's not even new technology.
Yeah.
That's like Philips had that shit out like 5 years ago. But it was like lights. Instead of like projectors, it was lights. I think Philips has a right to sue them.
Microsoft wanted to do it with actual projection. But Philips is just
light, but it
use.
is light hue. It was the light Philips
This
hue.
is actually taking a signal. I know Microsoft didn't think should sue them, but maybe it's not.
Well, okay, question. So it sits on the TV facing you.
Facing away.
It faces,
it's on the backside of
it's
the TV.
behind you, facing the TV, and it projects
It's
to everything around the TV.
Yeah, it's pretty much a projector. But
so it's just projecting on everything in your room. I mean, wouldn't that
besides
look
your
funky
TV.
though?
It does look funky, but it doesn't matter because it's your periphery.
My
Because you're
Philips.
focused on the main screen. Everything else is in your periphery.
I don't really know if that's going to work really well.
I have a TV in my garage. It's called the Philips Hue television. I think it was called, whatever it was. That TV had lights on the back of it that are LEDs. So if you're watching a soccer game, it would shine green all around the TV. So you look at the soccer field went all the way across the wall. It was really cool.
And there's devices like the Hue lights.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have like green LEDs on the back of my TV that I put there. Doesn't really.
But yours don't.
Well,
yours,
these are built to
mine
sync up with
change.
games.
Mine change as scenes change.
There's a game I know for sure was on Xbox. It supported connecting to the Hue lights, and as you went through certain parts of the games, the light would change color, and like you die.
But this is
turn
like
red.
full image projection, right?
Yeah, this is actual projection.
Which is pretty crazy. But it's
I
don't think it's not new technology. So
I don't think
It's not
people are-
exciting technology either.
Not just
to be
that, but
honest.
like, what if you have like a small room or?
it's what a waste. You have like a projection behind you, and then if your body's in the way, you're going to see a shadow of your body. It annoys me. All right, moving on. So topic of the week number 1. Nintendo Switch conference, which most of us watched. The Nintendo Switch conference was this last week, and
it was freaking awkward.
It was a little awkward, but that's what happened.
That's how they do it, though.
Well, you got to think of it this way.
Japanese.
It's very
Japanese.
It's very Japanese.
It's the way E3 used to be. It's so Japanese E3 used to be.
I mean, after you've seen the kind of shows they have, like the random, like where they have like people talking and then random, was it metal pans dropping on their heads? I mean, after stuff like that.
Well, and it's a very Japanese conference. When you watch it,
awkward.
It's awkward, but at the same time, it's not so emotional. Sometimes when you watch like American conferences, they're super like amped or crazy and jumping around this.
Yeah, they're very.
Do you think they just enjoy?
More goofy.
Do you think?
Extremely goofy.
Do you think it's? Do you think it's just that they enjoy what they do so much that they don't care?
No, it's not that. It's a different personality type. You're talking about. They're very different.
I don't know. It just seems like they have so much fun and they like to goof around.
Like the CEO is like super serious. When you listen to him talk, super serious.
He was super serious.
Yeah.
Compared to Iwata, he was.
Oh, yeah. Compared to Iwata, yes.
But they make fun games at least.
Yeah, they make fun games. But I'm just saying
They're
that
fun
the presentation was a little goofy, but do you notice that they bow during the presentation? But whatever.
Really respectful
It's
kind
just
of
great.
stuff.
So the release is March 3rd, which is the announcement at the end of the Nintendo Switch. Actually, it's in the beginning. They start talking about it. They already sold out nearly everywhere, which is great. So I went on Amazon
Typical
to find
Nintendo.
it. Yeah, like the Amazon sold out the day of, right?
Day of.
Right at the end of the conference.
Best Buy. I didn't do it like first thing. I got home and watched the conference. I was like, okay, yeah, I want to buy it. Went to Amazon, sold out. Went to Best Buy, it was still there. In the morning, it was gone.
Yeah, in the morning it was sold. I couldn't get it.
Yeah, it sold out pretty quickly in many stores. We went to GameStop.
Yeah, we went to GameStop.
And on the window, they had placed. We have only 16 available. And when we got in, there was only and we were in at like 9.
There was only 2 people who ordered ahead of us, so there was only like 5 left. So after me and you got it, there's only 1 left.
Yeah, that's sad. All right, the features.
But we got it, baby.
Yeah, the features of the Nintendo Switch: docks to TV or take on the go, shown in the reveal video. Actually, was shown on the commercial, right?
Yeah, the first
commercial.
one, the reveal video for it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm really excited about taking it on the go. Detachable Joy-Cons, which I love that word, Joy-Con.
Really? Some people hate it. I think it's okay.
I think it's fun. Joy-Con, a joy controller. Yeah, it's really fun.
Joystick controller. Yeah,
I was just say controller.
I mean, it's because they said they were the original joystick maker, right?
They made the D-pad.
They made the D-pad and the way we use buttons now on the right.
Well, they said they also made the.
They are the first. They were one of the first controllers, but you can't really say that.
I don't think
they
they necessarily made.
They said that shit loud and proud.
I think Nintendo 64
They
had
were the
it.
ones that first implemented into 3D games.
Yeah, 3D games. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. If you get rid of arcades,
but they didn't even know what it was. It had like a finger. They could do it like a finger holding it like that, or you could do it with the thumb.
Yeah.
A lot of people did it holding it like little pincer between their thumb and their index finger.
Did anybody lose skin when they played any games with
Mario Party?
Mario Party. I lost my skin on my hand when I played that game.
Smash Brothers, bro. Smash Brothers.
Those joysticks were so breakable.
It was a Mario Party when I had to do a spin move. I was like, dude, my skin is coming off. My skin's coming off, and I look at it and it's gone.
Oh no! When you fight Bowser in Mario 64, where you're spinning him around.
Yeah, but I didn't lose at that.
Here's some Nintendo trivia for you. Did you know if you wrote to Nintendo complaining about that, they would send you gloves?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Did you do that?
No, I just heard about it.
That's really awesome. Nintendo is so weird about their little safety. Remember when the Nintendo Wii, when everyone was throwing their controllers at their televisions, and they sent these little packages to your house?
The condoms.
Yeah, the little
a lot of people condom.
Yeah,
call them.
And then they also came with a string, so you can put it on the back.
Funny, they send you gloves and it says "bitch now."
They send them. They made it so you can order them free of charge.
Bitch now.
I don't get it. All right.
Okay, you're bitching about my skin. So they send you gloves that says "bitch
got
now."
It. Got it now.
Right.
I follow you.
Did you get it? Okay.
Hilarious.
Yeah. So they also have Joy-Con attachments to make them more comfortable while holding, like Wiimote, or similar to similar gameplay styles. We like gameplay shown using.
They show we like gameplay with the 1-2 switch game. So
Switch.
like you're holding it like a Wiimote.
Got it. Yeah, so it has that attachment that you can put on to get
Waggle, pretty much.
Well, it
the
gives you
strap for your wrist.
That so you don't drop it, but also so that you grip it better. It becomes
yeah, it looks
thicker.
very, very
It protects
tiny. If you're going to hold it in your
buttons.
hand,
Yeah,
it
the
looks very
Joy-Cons
tiny.
are tiny, and I mean, an average male hand. I mean, I don't know about female hand, but I know a male hand. With my hand, I have a big hand, so if I put it in there, it's gonna look small.
Yeah, so if you add this attachment, it makes it fit in the palm of your hand and use it like a Wiimote.
Especially when you turn it and you use it as a separate individual controller, just one piece. Adding that attachment is going to make it like a little bit more of a sturdy controller, and you're gonna.
I think
I don't know if
and
it's
you're going to be able to use the buttons easier because they have
the attachment comes with the buttons on it. Yeah.
yeah. They look bigger than what's actually on the remote.
Yeah, I think they
So-
put the attachments for safety reasons. I don't really think it was something they.
Well, safety reasons and make it more comfortable.
yeah,
to hold,
more comfortable
'cause so
holds. Yeah.
At
That,
least
and so when you're
for the
throwing
for the
it around,
1-2
you don't
switch
lose it.
game.
So Ellie and Cherie, did you guys like the Joy-Cons?
That was all right.
You didn't like it too much.
Not excited about it, huh?
Not that excited about
There
it.
is no emotion.
What?
There is no
Just
joy.
kidding.
No,
No joy.
you know that thing when he did with the ice cubes? I really like that a lot. I don't know what it was. I really like
I
that a
didn't see,
lot.
That's
yeah,
next
I didn't
feature
see
we're
a
gonna
point
talk
of it.
All right, let me talk about that right now. HD Rumble. Count balls
it's
from
best
1-2
no,
switch.
it's best represented by count balls in the 1-2 switch game. And what
Oh.
that is you take the Joy-Con and you move it back and forth and you feel how many balls are inside the controller. You count balls.
Wow. I actually,
Oh my god.
I that's supposed to be like a fun party game, right? Like between you and your friends.
Yeah, well, we talk about the games later, but 1-2 switch, the concept of it is you don't need the screen at all. You need the audio cues, but you don't need the screen at all to play with somebody else. You look at them in the eye, and your controller is going to communicate to you, and the tablet.
Right.
The
And that
sounds.
was like a fun game between two people.
Yeah, so HD Rumble, I think, is mainly there to show you, like, communicate to you through the controller, so you can feel more through the controller, and you can you have the sound from the tablet.
I think you need to explain though that originally they called it the Rumble, which is the vibration you feel, and now the whole HD Rumble is. I guess they've made it like so like they're bragging about is that it's so sensitive, it's so complex that you can feel individual pieces of different parts.
Yeah,
of
you can actually feel how
controller.
many balls are inside your controller as you move it around.
Yeah, but that's what he showed with ice cubes in a
Yeah.
cup, right? You can
Yeah.
tell between one ice
But-
cube, two ice cube, three ice cube.
My question is how many balls does end up inside the controller, because that would have to take a lot of rumble sensors. In the conference, he showed like 3 ice cubes.
Yeah. And he shook it, and then you
and
could
he
tell.
shook it. Yeah, and he shook it, and he showed like 3 ice cubes.
He
But
also
how many
mentioned.
balls
He
are-
also mentioned that you
can you
can feel
actually
it
sense in
when
there?
the water is getting filled in the glass.
So
Imagine like a
how much
massage
space is in
machine.
this Joy-Con? That's what I want to know, because
well,
the
how
Rumbles
many-
and the PlayStation
well,
are not
I
small.
would assume this is like the haptic feedback technology.
That's what I
we
thought,
have in
too.
like the iPhone.
Like the
except
iPhone, yeah.
tons of them, like maybe 12 of them in a grid. I
Not
don't
to
know.
mention it's so small with all the buttons and all the.
Well, the
holy
buttons
shit.
don't take that much
But
anymore.
I'm excited for the HD Rumble because we have.
That's the coolest part.
I mean, we had some improvement. The PlayStation 4 controller has one rumble larger than the other one, so you get like some. They try to simulate. Oh, if you move the controller, it feels like you have multiple little bots in there. Remember that?
Yeah. The game that
game.
came with it, the Playroom.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's Playroom.
Yeah.
And then the Xbox One controller has the triggers that vibrate.
The haptic ones.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But we haven't really had any like improving the game experience other than that.
Yeah.
So HD Rumble, I'm excited for it. The Pro controller, which we talk about later, supposedly has it inside there too.
Ooh.
Oh, does it? I didn't know that.
But you had to buy that set. That's for the Switch specifically.
Yeah,
You can't
that's
use your
an
old
accessory,
one. Yeah.
That's a separate.
So
purchase.
they also has IR cameras, which are on the Joy-Con, which are I think on the bottom part of the Joy-Con, which is really
yeah,
cool.
it's on the end of it.
And from what I heard, is best represented. Like they showed you can play rock paper scissors with it, right?
He said it can recognize it.
Yeah, but in 1-2 Switch, they actually use it for you eating. So you point it at your fat mouth and you chomp.
I would rather
it
just
detects your mouth to see how fast you're eating.
Well, Japanese people were so weird.
It is strange.
So what do you
It's
eat?
the new
So
WarioWare game basically.
Yeah.
Remember all those weird ones?
WarioWare is one of my favorite games still.
Except you don't have the screen with the weird stuff going
Yeah.
on.
Well, you would still hear prompts like
It's you
"Now."
doing the stuff,
Yeah.
actually chomping physically.
That would be really fun when you have a drinking game with it. WarioWare is so good when you do that.
Yeah.
All right, so accelerometers and gyro sensors.
I think that's
In
most
the-
represented with ARMS.
Yeah, arms. Yeah.
Which I pre-ordered.
Gyro?
Yeah, it's a sandwich sensor.
No,
Gyros?
gyrometer.
Those are gyros.
I just hope it's. I hope
the
it's better.
angle.
I just hope it's better.
It's
than
an
the
ugly
Wii.
Greek sandwich.
What worries me is this is very backwards
Aesthetics
compared
are
to the
beautiful.
type of tracking we now have with the
Accelerometers.
move controllers, because it actually senses your depth, and controllers like the Oculus Touch and the Vive controllers.
Oh, you're talking
'Cause
about
it-
with cameras and stuff.
Yeah, because you can't sense the depth. It doesn't know where your hands are. All it knows is you're leaning controller this way, you're leaning controller that way.
But you don't know anything about the IR camera working with it yet, do you?
Yeah, exactly. So it could be using that in.
Maybe
It
I
could
hope
use
so,
it could
but
use the IR
It
camera at the
kind of
bottom.
worries me that the IR camera is only on one controller. It is only on the right.
Yeah, that
It's
is
on the
where
right one,
there's
yeah.
only one.
It's only on the
Was it
right-
only one?
Yeah, it's only on the right Joy-Con. I looked it up and confirmed. Right Joy-Con.
Which is, but I thought maybe that was it. Accelerometers, we already said that. USB Type-C charge port on the bottom. No proprietary connection, which is awesome.
Makes
I
me
like
happy.
that a lot. Yeah.
Just take it out on the go. Oh, do you have a USB-C charger, which a lot of phones are going to be going to, like micro USB? So it'll be nice.
Yeah. Everything seems to be going that direction.
So
which
I
is
could
nice.
just take a regular USB-C cable and use my battery
Laptop.
bank. My battery bank.
or better. Yeah.
Yeah, I just take my battery bank I already use for my phone and charge.
If that works, I'm
on
fucking
plane
buying
rides
one.
with the.
You know what
with
makes
the
me
Switch.
what makes me crazy is that I want to take this on a plane, but I'm so worried about taking because when I go to Europe in April, this
You're
will be
going
out.
to Europe?
Yeah,
Can I go?
you can come along if you want.
Where are you going?
Italy and Spain.
Just bring it with you, and you have your battery bank already.
They're gonna be
You have a
Zorro.
larger one.
Yeah,
than I
I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be so bored in Italy and Spain.
No, I'm gonna be bored on the
It's
plane.
gonna be such a long
I
plane ride.
I hate the plane rides to Europe. So
You're gonna be
They're
so happy
suck.
playing.
It's because he
Skyrim
can't
on the
touch
plane.
anything. He can't go anywhere. He's
it's
gonna
not
sit
that.
in
It's
his
not the
seat.
reason why. It's because you're flying over an ocean and it's dark as hell outside usually
Mm-hmm.
because you're flying at night most of the time. So have a
And
great
it's
time.
you get really dry.
Sorry.
You know, I mean, like no, like you're.
I've never
you
heard
just
that
feel
complaint
dry.
before.
Like I don't know.
I
Especially,
feel dry in the plane.
especially over the ocean.
I've never heard that before, but I know what you're saying. You're talking about from the windows and stuff, right?
Yeah, you
Because
just
it gets
like,
super cold.
Yeah, you just, I don't know.
The key is lotion.
Okay, he puts the lotion on the
No,
skin.
like you're. Stop.
If they allow it on the planes, that is.
Only 32 gigs of internal
No.
storage, which is kind of small.
Very concerning to me. Very.
That's
concerning.
very scary for me. And Legends of Zelda Breath of the Wild install will take up to half of the space if purchased from Nintendo Online Store.
That's ridiculous.
So
I make
they
it
have this
habit.
online store, and they expect you to install games. This is ridiculous.
Do you think they can be upgradable?
Well, the next thing we have in here, micro SD up to 256 gigs supported. The only thing is read-write speed of micro SD cards is slower than a 5,200 RPM hard drive.
Right.
Slower.
So in English, what does that mean?
That
That
means
means you'll have
you'll
lo-
have to
longer
take
load
forever
times.
for it to load or
way
whatever.
longer load times.
And if you want to install something, it takes a long time too.
Maybe
What
it doesn't
the-
matter as much because the content won't be as intense because it's not going to be on the graphical quality. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It just seems like they should have made it larger.
It's a little bit scary, but do you think maybe that is only in the gamepad, or do they can have something where you can upgrade the gamepad internally?
Well, all this means to me, like that's what I'm talking about.
Or do you
micro
think
SD.
they're
No, without the micro SD. Can you think maybe you can replace
I
the
don't think
inside?
so.
No.
or do you think they're gonna try to pull an Apple and say like, oh, by the way, we're just releasing
not at launch?
64 gig fucking
Not at launch, but maybe a year or two from
Switch.
now. I could see that happening.
I think that's a little bit of a gamble for
The only
them.
thing I don't. They made this mistake with the original Wii, and then they said, "Oh, if I could make a change for the original Wii, it'd be
Bigger
not having
internal.
such a small internal storage." That's
Yeah.
what they said.
How did
Now
they
they're
not
making
know
the
this
same
shit by
mistake.
now? Like honestly, do they?
So their
250
online store is going to be a failure. I can tell you that right now.
Well, you can't buy games off of it, really.
Yeah, what they've been doing, like for example, the Legend of Zelda game Wind Waker, they had that released 2 weeks before the retail copy, so you could download it digitally, but you couldn't buy it in the store yet.
Yeah,
So
and people
I'm-
want to buy it, but how are you supposed to put it on your system?
Exactly. So
But-
I think they're going to continue that, but it's dumb.
Yeah, it kills their online store. But now, talking about online store, they have a new paid online service, $5 a month
I hate that shit.
with free trial. No, I think it's worth. No, I think it's
Stupid.
good.
I'm so
Nintendo's-
tired of all this online social shit. Like, can I just have a console where it's just a fucking console and doesn't connect to Facebook?
No,
and all
you
this
don't. You
bullshit?
don't need to pay. You don't need to pay
I just
for it.
I just hate
You
it.
don't
Like
have to
even
pay
on like
for
the 3DS, if you have these little fucking little person of you and your friends.
me?
And, yeah, it's so stupid. It's like, can we get rid of this shit? Like, I have a phone. I don't need extra.
But you're
connection to
you're
friends.
you're
I'm
Tomster
tired of my friends. That's why I'm
1714.
playing this
Tomster
shit.
714.
Part of the problem is
I agree.
paying the money for the servers is kind of a catch-22. Nintendo made
They're
it free.
just
in the,
fucking bandwagoning. That's all
Nintendo made it
is.
free before. Nintendo made it free before, and it was always laggy when you tried to play Splash Brothers with other people. They didn't have party. You can go to party chats like with PSN or
I don't
Xbox
want to
Live.
chat with people. I just want to fucking play the game.
But
That's
listen, you're Tomster 714. You need to pay for this service so they can get their servers up to par with other people. If their servers, when you ever played PlayStation 3's non-paid PlayStation Network? It was bad.
When PSN first started, that was their biggest weakness, and what made Xbox 360 so good.
That's why it was on 360.
They didn't even have a party chat. It was based off game.
So you had to talk in game. You know how when you talk on Arc, but you don't do a party chat. Remember how glitchy it was?
That was the only
it
thing
was
that you
real
could
bad.
do.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of these games, though, I mean, their big push is that you can play with your real life friends more. They're not really pushing the online
It's
environment.
true, but it's
This is-
optional. You
This
don't have to
whole
pay for it.
design, the whole
No. That's true. You're right. But I meant that you need to pay for if you want to play online, pay it. If you don't want to play online,
because
don't
they're
pay it.
advertising. You can take this shit on the go. You can link up locally to like 8 other Nintendo Switches. You can play with your friends. The controller's split.
The only
You play two
one thing I
people.
like about it is, you know how hard it was for us to take my PlayStation VR over to Encore's house. It took me I had to pack everything up. It took 80 cords, wherever it was.
You remember trying to
5
take
cords.
an Xbox to like anywhere?
No, Xbox is
Or-
not as hard. Xbox
It's
is
still
not
a
that
lot
hard.
of shit to
But
take.
the PlayStation VR was difficult because I had to take the box, I have to hook up the box, I have to hook this up, take my move
Yeah,
controllers,
yeah.
take all this
but
stuff.
that's a VR.
But
man.
the Switch, you just go, let's go. Click, click, gone. You're ready to go.
Hey man, what's
even
wrong
the
with-
whole console though. I mean the dock and it's just like HDMI cord, power cord, done.
And probably some
Everything else
USB,
connects together.
Some kind of
No,
USB.
nothing. That's
No,
it.
no, for you to have a USB maybe port or
No,
something.
the power is the USB.
No, what I meant to say is a USB port so you can plug in your controller to charge it. You're not your Joy-Cons, but your Pro controller or something like that.
It probably has the little a slot.
I'm not
for
sure
it.
if I'm. What were you gonna say, Pedram?
I was gonna say, what happened to the good old days that you would go to your friend's house for a LAN party? You would move that big ass tower.
No,
But
that
all-
was a different time, different
Yeah.
age. You just
Well,
take,
what's
Yeah.
nice about this is it supports LAN parties.
Yeah, you can do 8 of them, and we can.
But what
literally
happened
sit
to the
here
good
and
old
do
days that you would move that big ass tower to your friend's house in the
I,
car? I
rem-
was like,
I remember doing that and having
I
a
hated
giant.
doing that
I remember
shit.
having a giant plastic bin
It was
that my
never
dad
fun.
bought from Costco, and I had a giant plastic bin about maybe 2 feet by 4 feet long, and I put my tower in it, laid it down, brought my mouse, my monitor, I had to put it on top of it and carry it in.
Didn't we do that a couple months ago?
okay, so I was gonna say, actually, the funny thing is when Legion hit for WoW, we didn't have to do this, but I took my tower, brought it over to Tommy's house. He just got his new computer. I set it up over there and played together. I don't know why we did this. We could have just done it at our house.
Yeah.
But I decided to bring my tower over, have a
I had to
LAN
give him a
party.
monitor.
but the thing
I
is-
had to give him
Yeah.
a fucking mouse. Motherfucker shows up missing pieces.
It's probably because you were so excited about the game. That's why you
Yeah.
want to see each other's reactions to it. So that's great.
The only thing I brought was my tower and my keyboard.
We didn't want to use party chat. We just
click, click.
we
Why
wanted
don't
to
you
talk
just
in
Skype?
person.
How cute.
You have
No, you don't need to
multiple
Skype.
monitors.
Blizzard
guys-
has
did you guys also-
This is
Battle,
what real friendship looks
Battle.net
like.
has
Ellie.
the in-game voice chat now. You don't need Skype. You don't need.
yeah,
Yeah,
know.
but you can see each other's reactions that way.
But also,
I
yeah,
don't
you
want to
can.
see him. I want him looking at the game.
Then
So
why are
did
you there at his house?
That's no, because we face.
We don't want to use party
away
chat.
from each other.
Quiet.
So I just went over there, and then he was sitting. I was facing this way. He was facing that way.
Did you wear your pajamas and have hot cocoa?
We had pizza
and some
Kidding.
Cheetos.
I'm
and
just
some
kidding.
Cheetos.
No, yeah, I've done
We
that
actually
before.
did have Cheetos.
I remember when we had what is the game that we were playing?
You know what I did it the
Planet
most?
Side- Halo and
was the biggest one.
Planet Side 1 when it was released. I did that with my computer. Halo was when I did the
Dude,
most.
LAN parties was like a party thing you do. If you had like a bunch of friends over,
I remember having
Halo
a-
partying was the thing to do.
Do you remember having
That was really fun.
well, I have a story that maybe if for Ryan, if you're listening, this is for you. So we were at Ryan's dad's house where I think we're in high school, no, late middle school, I think it was high school. and we're having a LAN party at his house, and we put our TVs, which are old. Do you remember the old TVs? Not like these
the
flat
big bulky
screens.
boxes.
Yeah, the boxes.
I hated.
We
that
had
shit.
those, and we put them on his dad's pool table. And I'm just bringing it in there. So LAN party on the pool table. His dad came home. We were out getting food. His dad came home and said, "What the hell is all that on my pool table?" But we didn't see him. We just saw a shadow on the wall. And then everybody just grabbed their shit, ran off. And nobody waited. Ryan just was like, "Oh my God," everyone was gone. Everyone left in like 5 minutes. It was sad.
That fabric on the pool table is really fragile.
Yep, it's true.
So that
Anyway, jumping back into the Nintendo Switch, the trigger is digital only.
That's a big disappointment for me.
Oh.
Do you know what that means?
No.
Tommy
You know
doesn't.
how you squeeze the PlayStation 4 controller or the Xbox One controller and it knows what depth you're pulling it? This is basically a button trigger.
Wait, what?
It's instead of an analog trigger, it's a digital trigger.
So it's a button.
Wait,
There's no physical.
I never even
feedback.
knew that. I jammed the shit out of those things.
Yeah, no, it knows how far you're pulling back. So racing games, it matters because you pull back. You don't want to brake as hard, or you don't want to do as much acceleration.
You haven't noticed on your Xbox? For God's sakes.
yeah,
This was
racing.
Yeah, this is one of my.
Dude, I
main-
never even paid attention
This
to
is
that.
one of my biggest
Man, you guys
complaints
are weird.
about. This is one of my complaints about the Wii U is it doesn't have actual triggers.
That's because
either.
when you play Mario Kart, dude, you gotta go ham.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
That's what you
Mario-
always
yeah,
use.
Mario.
0 or 100. That's it.
Mario Kart, it's all about staying in like third place until the end.
But it shows
With
that they learned
extra
the
bananas.
lesson, and it's gonna make third party suffer.
Yeah, because third party wants to know it's going to be hard for them to switch over. So the Nintendo Switch comes with, if you pre-order it and you buy it, it comes with a Nintendo Switch, a Switch docking set, a Joy-Con charging grip.
And also comes with the HDMI cord already with it, and the power cord,
Thank you very
Talking about
much.
the 360 days.
and the two controllers. Which
Wow.
The
we should
Joy-Cons.
mention that the Joy-Cons come in either solid black or silver. I forgot what the
It
color
was
was.
solid
they're
gray.
like gray,
Solid
black.
gray, and then they have the neon color, which one is red and one is blue.
Like
which
ice
is
blue.
So fucking.
Oh,
stupid.
I love that one.
It's so stupid.
It looks kind of cool, but I don't want it.
You know
I
why I like it? Is because I'm like, dude, I love this. I love how weird it is. I want that one.
No,
It's
you
so
want
Japanese.
it so that you can say, I'm red, you're blue, here you go. And then I point it out to you, you're holding one, you give the other one, you're like, okay, yeah.
No. I like that too. I like that I have red. I know one is got the IR, but I'm like, I'm red, you're blue, here you go.
I'm just excited they don't have ugly white and then more expensive black this time.
Yeah, that's true. Ugly white from the Wii.
The Wii U had that.
What's wrong with white?
That was ugly. I don't want a big
ugly.
white piece of plastic sitting on my console.
It's just
On your black furniture surroundings.
So,
It'll
it's
stand
just
right out.
racist.
so the price for this Nintendo Switch, $299.99.
I absolutely hate that.
That it's $300.
I don't have a problem with that price point. What I have a problem with is the rest of this. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go into it. An extra dock set, which if you need, some people need an extra dock, so they
you
want
it.
Wait, you
Say-
can.
Yeah, you can order these pieces separate. But say you wanted an extra dock on another TV or your friend's house or something, like you take it over a lot. You just want to.
Wait, actually, that actually brings up a question. If I take my Nintendo Switch and I leave my dock at my house and I go to your house, can I dock my Switch into your
Yes.
house?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I just never thought about it.
It's like if I bring my
If
I bring my Xbox over your house and I plugged in HDMI cord to your my Xbox, will it work? Yes.
Well, let's
No,
say,
this is a fucking.
Oh my God.
No, but this is like saying if I take my like Xbox and remove the fucking fan and like half the shit in it,
no,
can I
stop.
plug it in yours?
Stop while your
Not
head.
exactly
Stop.
the same because everything's
Stop.
inside
Stop while your head.
the pad.
So
So the
the-
dock's just a converter. That's all.
the
it
one
is.
one person that want to do it
Pretty much.
what you would want to do with it is have a dock in one room and then have a dock in another room, right?
Yeah, like
And
say
then-
you want to be able to play on your bedroom TV,
The
but you
dock
want to unhook
charges
the dock.
the Switch.
It charges and it basically charges.
Right?
Yeah,
Do you think it'll
But it adds
ever?
and it adds a little more strength
because
to it,
it's
right?
because it's plugged in, it upscales to your TV.
Yep.
So do you think it'll start to kill the battery life, similar to how the iPhone battery dies over time of constantly charging on charging?
Probably
Of
not.
course.
Of course, but it's probably gonna be replaceable like all the Nintendo stuff. Nintendo does
I
not
don't know.
replaceable battery
Probably, I
in
hope so.
their
I don't. You can't take it
Advances.
out.
Game Boy
You can't
Dual
take it
DSs.
easily out. I think you actually can maybe
On
take
the
it out
DS?
of your pad. No, I'm thinking about the Wii U pad, game pad.
I think
I never
it's-
had to, but I think there's a screw back there for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to check, but An extra dock is $89.99, which
So
is
that's
almost
really
100.
expensive. $90 just for a little thing that upscales.
Yeah.
To your TV.
A Joy-Con controller set, which is 2 Joy-Cons, is $79.99, which is almost $80, which is just 2, right?
2, yeah.
That's a little expensive.
That's not bad though. If you look at like
it
most
comes with
controllers,
those.
what,
It comes
$50?
with those things to make it fit in your hand more, like it does with the
Comes with the clips.
kit. Yeah,
the
clips.
kits.
Oh, then that's worth it, man.
It comes an extra Joy-Con just for one is $49.99, so it's cheaper to buy one.
But it doesn't make any sense.
Cheaper to buy 2. Sorry.
Left or right is $50. So why isn't the one with the camera more expensive? Why isn't one
That's true. I don't
40
know.
while the other's 50?
The Pro
didn't
controller
think
is
that hard.
crazy expensive. Just the Pro controller is $70.
Yeah, but keep in mind it has HD Rumble in there, so maybe that's why.
that's
it's more
probably why it's more
I
expensive.
don't know.
I'll probably
Joy-
end up getting that.
Joy-Con wheel for Tommy.
What?
Joy-Con wheel.
They
Set of
have
2.
one?
Yeah,
wheel
it's like
too.
the Mario Wii Mario thing. It's basically you hold it in the air like this.
Get the fuck out.
You hold it in the air like this. It's not. It's a little cheap.
I'm
piece of
so biased.
crap. It's
Have
just
you
a
ever-
piece of plastic.
Have you ever played?
Aw.
Have you ever
Yeah.
played the
Like the Wii ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it, I'll buy it.
Comes with a set of 2. Comes with a set of 2.
I actually like that. I always played Mario Kart with my sisters like that. That was the only way. I was like, give me the wheel or I'm not fucking playing. They're like, oh,
How is that
because I don't want to hold no
only
chopstick in my hand.
$15?
And it comes with 2 because it's a piece of plastic. It
plastic.
doesn't add
It just plugs
anything
in.
to it.
Yeah.
It just latches in.
So you get one Joy-Con, you put it in the middle, and then you get another Joy-Con and give it to your friend, and here you go. Here's 2 wheels.
Since it's
Let's
so
go.
small, it might make it more
Right.
comfortable.
I don't know, but I mean, if Thrustmaster was to make a wheel,
Can you stop talking about
that'd be great.
Thrustmaster?
Dude, I love those guys.
Like, I've never seen someone talk about a peripheral accessory
Loves racing. Shows.
called
What about
Thrustmaster.
Razor? Razor's an accessory.
But you always talk about Thrustmasters. You like what is up with
He
that?
loves the name. He loves the thrust.
Oh, I
master.
get it.
The name
I
is
get
great.
It
The
now.
product is great. It's all about the thrust.
It's a metaphor. All right, so moving on. Joy-Con charging grip, $29.99.
What the hell is a charging grip?
You remember that thing that looks like a dog head?
Sorry. oh! I know what you're talking
There's a
about.
lot of memes that have like on a dog head because
The thing that
the
they
grips
come-
look like ears.
The thing that comes in originally, that the things are clipped to.
yeah,
So the original controller, not the Pro controller.
yeah.
Okay.
What
got
the
it.
Joy-Cons clip into.
Ooh, expensive.
I forgot about that. You
What
think
I
that
think
would
is
kill the
ridiculous
need?
is the extra dock set.
You think that would kill the need for a Pro controller for most people? Since they already have, since the Joy-Cons already have HD Rumble in it, why bother?
I might just get the Pro controller supposedly because it's more comfortable. I don't know.
Yeah, I might do that too.
But I like the Pro controller when I bought it for the Wii. I remember
You
buying
notice how it
one
looks
for
like
the
an
Wii.
Xbox controller a little bit?
It's exact. Well, what looks like an Xbox controller is that you have the thumbstick on the top and the thumbstick on the bottom on the right.
And the shape, man, the shape.
The shape was like the same Pro.
That's like uniform, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a little expensive. It's a little high on the peripheral side.
I might get it though. For
What's
games
ridiculous
like
is
Zelda
dock
and
set.
shit. it's
Dock
probably
set
worth
is
it.
the most
The dock
ridiculous
set
thing.
is
Why is it
really-
$90 for this thing that just charges my thing and makes
I can see
converts USB-C to HDMI?
I can see myself buying one extra just for like having one downstairs and having one upstairs. I know it's lazy sounding.
If it had
But-
extra processing power in there, I'd get it, but it doesn't.
You know what I'm wondering? What about the extra Joy-Con grips?
What? It doesn't seem to be listed. Why?
I don't know. Are they lost?
I don't know. Maybe Wilds.
I think the only problem is though, if you get the Pro controller, it's gonna be like a hassle. Now you gotta carry the fucking Switch and the controller.
Will you get one, Ellie
What?
or Sheree? You guys gonna get it?
No.
No.
Too expensive.
They're just gonna steal one. They're gonna steal one of
It's
our
a little-
Joy-Cons and like we're playing now. Like, oh shit, okay.
You're going to feel so left out when we're all playing.
Pedram, are you gonna get one?
That's all right. I'm already left
Nope.
out with Battlefield, you know.
I'm
So you're
gonna
just-
wait until more games come out that I'm interested in.
All right.
And we'll see.
That's a little caviar.
That's yeah. Should we just talk about like how the fact that there's virtually no games out for this?
Well, there's no games coming out on launch except for Breath of the Wild, right?
Yeah, and that's the biggest
So-
complaint.
And
I've
one
been
other
hearing.
game. Sorry, one other game.
Zelda is coming.
Zelda Breath of the Wild and one else.
Hold on, hold on.
Odyssey.
That's something Ellie mentioned is, we didn't talk about is, those things that slide on.
Yeah, the extra the
You can't
grips.
they're not listed anywhere to buy them separate.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah,
we
so
just-
what
we
if,
just-
what
we
if,
just talked about it.
what if you lose it?
They come with the
Wow.
oh,
You have to buy another
Maybe you
Joy-Con grip.
complain and they'll send you a new one.
Maybe you can complain and then they'll do what they did with the Wii and send you a quota. Remember how they did it to everybody, even if you didn't ask? It just automatically just showed up at your house. You're like, what is this?
But yeah, jumping to the titles, we have all the announced games.
So all the announced games, and a lot of them look fun. So 1-2-Switch, which Will was talking about.
These are the big ones, not everything. We're talking about the big ones here.
ARMS, which is coming out in spring.
Oh yeah.
And 1-2-Switch is a launch title, so that's the other game that's coming out on launch. Super Mario Odyssey, which I really want.
Let's pause right here for a moment.
I just want to say something real quick. Bowser looks like Oddjob in there.
Okay, let's talk about this for a second. I think this merits a little bit of talking.
Okay.
Super Mario Odyssey. Okay, for those of you who did not see the conference, it is basically Nintendo 64 Mario on crack. It is
Everything's on crack.
It's open world. It's open world since it's like they said it was the first open world Mario since Nintendo 64.
Yeah,
and
Super
it
Mario
looks
Sunshine
similar to it.
technically wasn't free roam. I think that's why this.
I don't know, but seeing Mario run reminded me of Nintendo 64. That's all I know. The way it looked.
Disney Infinity's Mario.
Yes, there you go. And it comes with a cool new thing where he can throw his hat, and he can. I don't know if that's. I haven't played Mario honestly since.
He hasn't been able to do
It
that
seemed to be
before.
all about throwing your hat. In fact, his hat has its own personality now. It has
It's like a
eyeballs.
boomerang sidekick.
Yeah,
He can actually throw his hat, jump onto the hat, and then
jump
to
off of
another
it, and then the hat
platform,
comes back.
Yeah, that's
But-
pretty. It's pretty cool, but
It's
also
kind of magical, kind of weird.
Weird dynamic.
What's weird to me is to show him actually in New York City running around on taxi cabs and hanging on sides of buildings and stuff. That was a little weird for me. I got a Sonic Adventure vibe. I'm kind of excited to play it, but
I agree with you. It was Sonic Adventure, like
it
looking.
had a little bit of a Sonic Adventure vibe. It looked better than Sonic Adventure, but I got a little bit of a Sonic Adventure vibe. But
it's like
there's
6
a lot
years in difference.
What was bad for me is I saw tons of Jaggies.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I
on
don't
the
get?
telephone poles and everything. It was-
Whenever the trailer first started, when he popped out the manhole cover, and then you looked at the car, you're like, why is that car so triangle-y at the edges?
Dude, that's not even what I gave a shit about. I just saw Mario pop out a hole, and I was like, holy shit! And I lost my mind.
No, I'm
I wasn't
excited
looking
to
at
try
no
it out.
pixels and shit like that. You have weird priorities. Well, question: how did he get
I want
the
my
power?
games to look good. I'm
Weird
sorry.
priorities.
Where did the power come for the hat? Because you remember in 64 Mario,
We don't know.
64,
We don't know.
His hat would blow off his head, and then you had to spend like a whole goddamn day looking for it.
Yeah,
It's a
I
hidden-
remember that.
So
got-
why did
he
it
got
just
a new
boomerang
hat.
back?
I don't know.
understand.
No,
that.
it's because
Get at that
Maybe-
rabbit. No, wait.
Maybe they're like building up to a game that's just about the hat.
Did his hat always have the M logo on the front?
yes,
Or was it always plain? Was it
not
plain?
back, not back
it
when it
was
was not when it was a side scroller, of course, but
64 was it- was
had
there?
Yeah, yep.
I think so. Yeah.
But anyway, I think that the game looked good, but those jagged pieces really bothered the crap out of me.
Well, now that the hat has eyes, it'll.
Oh, it did
eventually
have the M
become
in
its
Mario
own
64.
Told you.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I remember playing the game where he pulled his face, and I had such a good time playing that. I don't know
Remember
why
the
I played
monkey
that.
stole the hat? Fucking hated that bastard.
Yeah, but anyway, so going back to it, the game did have a lot of jaggies on it, but all right, moving on. So it looks like fun. It's coming out holiday of 2017.
Yeah, that
launch
sucks.
title,
It's coming out
but
so long.
That is super
but
late.
it's a good Christmas gift, I guess.
Yep. Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, which is really an old game, but it's coming out spring of 2017.
Yeah.
First real mobile version. I guess you can play it on like the Surface Pro and stuff like that, but it's never been on a mobile console before, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't have like this thing where you like spin your thing around. Hope it.
I don't think so. Well, maybe like from aiming your bow or something.
Yeah,
that might be
that'll
cool.
be difficult, but it's okay.
Well, it helps. It's actually a little bit more precise. But
Farming Simulator to be announced.
yeah, I thought you'd be excited about that.
I'm really excited about Farming Simulator.
Is that like Farmville?
No, it's like
You're like
it-
driving
you're
tractors
literally
and stuff.
you get a farm and you're supposed to farm, and it's like Germans love this game because
That
it's
does
like
not-
super Einsweig. It's like I gotta farm this land.
I just, for whatever
That does
reason,
not sound
Sounds
any more
amazing.
fun.
yeah.
I enjoy.
I have-
So Hill's favorite.
I love those games. I love Train Simulator. I love Plane Simulator. I love Truck Driver Simulator. They're all good.
All
Truck
very
Driver
good
I
Simulator
feel
is
like
really
you can
good.
do it all.
Yeah.
Well, Truck Driver 1 is real bad because it's like a 3-hour drive and you're driving for 3 hours.
I'll tell you right now, Soil's favorite thing is to wash dishes in the game.
I did have a good time doing that. Remember I was playing a VR game and I called you?
He was calling me and he was complaining like, "Yeah, I just washed dishes." And then like 5 minutes later, he's like, "Dude, I think I'm losing my mind." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "I'm washing dishes again, but on a game." I was like, "What is wrong with you?"
It was in a job simulator. The next game that's coming out is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is a launch title.
Launch title. I'm happy about that. But it looks like it's straight up Wii port. I mean, like
The Wii U port, right?
Yeah, no big, huge differences. It's going to be. What's concerning though, when you plug it into your TV, the Switch outputs 1080p, but this is going to be at 900p. So it's going to upscale from 900p
to 1080p.
to 1080.
You know, the last time I played Zelda was when he was like a pixel, and he would just move around like Tetris.
Wow, you're coming back.
That's how long it's been since I played Zelda.
So we're back
You
in the
played
dawn of
Nintendo,
time.
you said Mario, but you haven't played Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
I don't know. It just never
Those
just
are so
sparked
good.
in me.
Ocarina of Time is my favorite by
Is there
far.
more
Majora's Mask
Mario
is my
games
favorite.
coming?
Huh?
More Mario?
I
We're
hope
talking
they
about
bring.
Mario Odyssey.
I hope they bring a new Mario Kart and a new Smash Bros.
Well, that's coming up next. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is coming out April
I'm gonna
28th.
cry.
So Mario Kart is a
Dude, all my
must have.
all my money's gonna go now.
And the weird game that they showed with the weird guy that was announcing it, Splatoon 2, summer 2017.
Well, apparently Splatoon is apparently a bigger deal than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's
It was fun.
big
And
deal.
I heard that when the first one came out, they actually had an event in LA where people like dressed up and you gotta like enact scenes from the game.
Just like the guy presenting it.
I was looking at it. I
With
was
his
just
dual
like,
guns.
it looked like a big graffiti Home Depot
So
fight.
it's basically
It's
Squid Ink.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked cool. I
You
mean,
gotta like be a squid.
So one thing I didn't understand with Splatoon,
yeah.
more adults are playing Splatoon than kids, and more
weird.
kids play Call of Duty than adults. It's just really weird to me.
It's because as you get older,
makes
your
sense.
brain just starts to turn.
I
into
know what
mush.
it is. It's because adults went and played Call of Duty, and then all these little asshole kids came in and started screaming all these obscenities like, I'm going to do something to your mom. Then you go to Splatoon, and all the kids that are playing that, they're just playing it because they're younger. And
My
all the
mom's
adults
dead.
took
Where's
over.
that Squid Game?
Yeah. What?
What?
I think it's just like
Splatoon
kids
looks really
wanting to be
fun.
like adults and adults wanting to be children again.
Yeah. Adults playing it for fun.
Well,
kids
when you
playing
got
it to
people
be
trying to, farm and shit.
Or
in the game.
or this
I
is
can
just
see the appeal.
this is just a wild thing out there. Splatoon's actually a better game than Call of Duty. I mean,
It's true. I got tired of listening to kids tell me they're going to sodomize my mom. So I just got tired of it. So moving on. Project Sonic 2017 to be announced. I think Tommy likes Project Sonic, right? You like
I
Sonic?
haven't seen anything about this game actually.
I have no idea what the hell this is.
It just
I've seen a lot of Sonic Mania.
it's a new Sonic game.
I've seen a lot of Sonic Mania. I think this is maybe going to be like another.
Is that what it is? That's the last thing about
is
Sonic
not,
I heard
This
was
is not Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania is like the traditional one. 2D,
Oh god, it's gonna be like all fucked weird.
3D. I don't know. Probably.
and no more heroes. Tentative title by Suda51 and Grasshopper.
The guys that did.
Sounds like a video game made by villains, but go
No,
ahead.
Let it
this
die.
is the one that did. Remember, I told you about No More Heroes, where you shake the Wii remote
Yeah, that was
to make
fun.
your saber come out.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. That was a very interesting conversation.
This is the same person that did
In a
Let
weird-
It Die. Let It
Yeah,
Die.
Let It Die.
Remember?
Grasshopper.
Oh,
Suda51.
oh, those guys?
Yeah. They did No More Heroes, and they're doing this sequel to No More Heroes.
Yeah, which is crazy.
definitely
So
gonna
you,
be an
you
interesting
shake the
game.
Joy-Con in a very fun fashion, and then something happens to your
Surprise!
surprise.
I feel guys might have a very distinct advantage in this game. than
Well, it
females.
depends on which
You'd be
hand you are.
surprised.
I'm sure you're going to be shaking the tablet to make
Wow.
something happen.
We'll see what happens. Some guy breaks it with the right hand because it played too much. So moving on.
Just falls out of his hand.
It doesn't. It just breaks in his hand.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry. Notable conference moments. A lot of Iwata-like skits filled by Yoshiaki.
Yoshiaki Koizumi.
I'm so sorry. This name is very difficult for me.
Yoshiaki Koizumi.
Yoshiaki Kozumi. From the general development, the new CEO who used to be the CEO for Nintendo USA, and
Tatsumi Kimishima.
was too old and shy.
He was the bald guy that came out
Yeah,
with like a smug look on his face.
Can I just drop in real quick and say
No.
that I really liked how they did the whole presentation with the switching and the clicking and the snapping
yeah.
fingers and all the kind
Which
of
you
magic
totally
show
forgot.
shit they did. What?
Nothing.
I mean, I thought it was cool. I like that they would transition very smoothly in their presentation. Like when he was showing the Joy-Cons and he was playing ping pong at 1 second, and the next second he's like on a table, and it was cool.
It was cool to see that
It
additional,
kept you
but
entertained. Like,
honestly, it was very Japanese. Like I felt like I was in Japan. Like I want to be in Japan actually.
Yeah.
Wow, it
Japan
looked cool.
2017.
Let's go.
Dude, let's go.
Sega, which did not seem thrilled to be a part of the Switch.
When they're up there, like,
Yeah. Well, I don't
Had,
think
like, an angry look on
EA
his
seemed
face.
really awkward too. So Todd Howard from Bethesda making a video appearance instead of actually being there.
Well, it was cool that he made a video appearance though,
Well,
saying that
he needed to. I mean, he wanted. I know he needed to, but at least he did.
They could have said we have this game.
Pseudo51 was there. Too much applause saying that Travis Touchdown will have a new adventure.
That's the guy from No More Heroes.
Ah. And a little awkward Japanese moments in Splatoon with the guy with the suit and the guns. And what else was really awkward was the guy from... Did you think it was really weird when the guy was speaking in English for EA? And
I thought it was really weird when the guy from EA came up and he looked like 5 times taller than everybody else there.
Well, he was 5 times taller.
Do you remember that part where the...
But the thing that made me laugh
the
more
Frogger one, the frog game guy, I forgot what his name was, but he was speaking, the translator was just sitting there for like a few moments, looked like he was struggling to translate, because everyone else was really streamlined. Like, yeah, he said... The
Studio 51 guy, yeah.
Yeah, he's just like...
I think it's because the Studio 51 guy was being so weird. He's really weird. Like, really weird.
Well, you're talking about the translator on our side.
On our side.
Oh,
You
yeah.
didn't know what the hell
I'm
was
talking
going
about the translator for the EA guy, the guy standing behind the EA guy.
Too.
That was really awkward because he would say like a 3-line, like, thank you very much. And the guy would go something in Japanese, like, da 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 da. I'm like, he didn't say that much. Like, he just talked for like 2 minutes after he was
like adding in extra words, and he said that everybody's mothers are great,
which is really.
We
fun.
really love Nintendo.
I think I pre-ordered mine. Tommy pre-ordered his. Will pre-ordered one.
I got to. At first I wasn't gonna get it. At first I was like, God, it's some bullshit fucking gimmick. I don't want to get it. And then when I saw the actual presentation, which actually went into depth about what's going on, I got super excited.
I'm kind of. Let me tell you something. I kind of pre-ordered one because the guy behind me, there was only 2 left. I wanted to make that guy not get one. Because that guy, 2 guys behind me, remember how excited he was to get one? He's like, oh yeah, do you have any Switches left? I was like, no, I'm kidding.
How are you a Gryffindor, like, class house, like, by testing?
I could be a dick sometimes.
You should be absolute Slytherin.
Gryffindors can be dicks sometimes.
I could be a dick when I wake up.
What? Okay.
Gryffindors can be dicks sometimes.
Yeah, I can choose to be dicks.
What are you? What are you?
It all the time.
What are you, Tommy?
Slytherin.
Slytherin.
He just wanted to be a lich. That's all he said. I just want to be a lich.
No, I did it. It was Slytherin, man. That's both tests.
If it pops back,
I just don't
back
care
up in
about
stock on Amazon or something like that, and the neon versions there.
I saw that.
I'll pre-order it for Sohail, and then we'll make Ellie take his gray one.
Yes, I want the color.
What happened? I zoned the hell out.
So if the neon blue and red one pops back in stock on Amazon or Best Buy anywhere, because that happened before with the PlayStation VR, I'll pre-order the red blue one for him and make Ellie take his.
So when I went to
go make her take it.
I'll make her pay for it.
Like gun to the head.
She'll love that.
I'll make her do it.
So when we went to pre-order the the Switch, they said they only had 1 of the neon ones only, and they ordered 16. They didn't have any left, but she only said there was only 1 that they ordered.
Oh, I didn't care.
So that means that 15. They had 16 in stock. They were ready to be sold, and they had 15 gray, black, and 1 neon.
Well, we all know this happens with Amazon. Everybody, since there's no like prepay, everybody does it immediately, and then they decide later I don't want it, and then because of that, they have another round of pre-orders usually.
Yeah.
So
hopefully Nintendo. That's the thing I hate about Nintendo though, is they limit their stock on purpose. And then they screw the market up because kids want to buy it or whatever. It's like
they try to make it look more hype than it is.
Like demand.
Like,
they're trying
man,
to
we're
hype
sold
up the
out.
demand.
It must be amazing.
But it's not. No, that's not what they're doing it for. I think they just do it in limited quantity to be safe.
It's pretty much why. I mean, there's been research in are they actually physically limiting the stock of their what's it called? The little figures. Amiibos, because amiibos immediately sell out and then they don't come back in stock. But I think it's that hey, we don't know how popular this is, and we don't know if it's actually going to sell, so we're just going to make this amount and go from there.
Yep.
So from here, next topic.
Topic of the week number 2: Assassin's Creed the movie.
I love it.
Okay, so everybody in here has probably watched it. If you didn't watch it, you probably know a little bit about it.
It's hard to spoil this because if you played the game, you pretty much know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. But
so we're spoiling it.
Yeah, so let's spoil it. So poor everybody out there, we're going to spoil this game. So how does it stack up to the video game versus the movie? Oh wait, how does it stack up to other video game movies? My mistake. Like Hitman or
Resident Evil
or what else is there out there?
I wouldn't call it the best video game movie, but it's definitely not terrible.
Wait.
I enjoyed it.
Well, I'll put it this way: it's a lot easier to make this because it's very real life dynamic.
It's
That makes
100%. It's 100 times better than that last Hitman movie. That movie is terrible.
Like the
liked
Hitman
it.
2.
Usually video game movies are pretty bad. Usually
Yeah,
the
but I mean,
transition
if you think about it, it's just like there's the modern day setting, right? And then there's the setting in like, let's say the old times, so kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean style, right? So I mean, it's not too hard to make it. Whereas if you have something like Resident Evil, where you
Hitman's
gotta
not
have
hard.
zombies and shit.
Hitman's not hard to make.
Hitman, we don't even talk about Hitman. That's just
Hitman's not even that hard to make.
But it's so bad.
Yeah, it's really
Look,
bad.
They can't make a modern day shooter.
No,
I mean,
you don't even need to
didn't learn
do a
from Jason
shooter.
Bourne
They just
or
didn't
nothing?
have a good story. It's all about the story and the, like building the story for the game. You
It
don't.
was a typical story.
Yeah, just like, all right, let's put something together. Here we go. Bye. It's like
What
Well, I'm
they should,
talking
what the
about
Hitman,
making.
what the Hitman movies should all be about is crazy death scenarios, because that's all the games are about.
Or it should be recorded in hardcore Henry style.
That would actually be pretty cool.
But I want to see the barcode on the back of his head.
Why?
Anyway,
What's
fuck
the-
Hitman.
okay,
See
Let's
how
go
much
back
it
to
works?
Assassin's Creed.
Back to
Hitman's third
Assassin's
person, so for first person, like Doom would be a good one to do that with.
Oh god, you got him started.
Honestly,
Okay, but let's talk.
I want
Get back to Assassin's Creed.
I want to pull something out. One thing I would really like to see turned into a game.
Ark Survival?
A
Oh.
movie
Oh.
is Last of Us.
Oh, that'd be
Turn to-
awesome.
Aren't we already getting
I'm
that?
too tired of that shit.
Logan's
man.
coming out soon.
Come on.
Not that one.
Does Logan? What?
It looks just like it.
So how does it stack up? Do you guys think it's better or worse? I'm gonna go in a round robin. So Tommy, better or worse?
Than other video game movies,
Yeah.
I would say
Just give me
it's
one sentence.
better.
Better. Oh, Tommy. William.
Better than most.
Better than most. Ellie.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good. Okay. That's not like middle 5 out of 10.
It's like in the middle. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say the best one of them all,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's good.
Better than most.
All right. Then Cherie.
I did not watch it.
Okay.
Me neither.
Oh, so then I would
Between us.
say I think it's better than the ones that
Did you
have
see
come
it?
out. Yeah, I watched it this morning.
Typical Sohail.
So then I think it's better than most of them. That
What
I've
would
seen.
you call a great video game movie?
None of them are great, honestly.
Or like from all the video game
I think-
movies out
I
there,
think-
which one's the best one?
I felt like
Silent Hill.
no, it's not silent. I think
What?
I'm just kidding.
The original Mortal Kombat.
I liked
love.
it. I enjoyed
the
it.
original Mortal Kombat's campy as crap, but it's fun.
But I love it.
But I thought Resident Evil was the only one that
Oh God.
I know it sucks. Let me just say something about it. It had a different thing to it. It didn't have any story. The story was fun to watch. I enjoyed it, and I watched it, and I was like, all right, there's going to make a second one of this. They made a second one. Now there's like, what, 5 of them? How many have there been of these
There's
movies?
another one
7,
coming out,
6,
right?
8.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
Resident Evil Apocalypse or something?
Yeah.
How
Well, then
many
it's like
But
the
that's the
last.
thing,
This
though,
is the
it's-
last one.
It's moved away
Sure.
from what Resident Evil is.
It's its own thing now.
Do you guys?
It's like Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it's not what it
Keep
is.
coming.
But they try to fit it into the video game world.
Yeah.
They do actually sometimes.
The game itself, though, it moved away from what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Like,
you know what game
after 4, it was just
was
whatever.
The worst video game movie of all time is Need for Speed.
Yeah.
The movie.
I didn't even know that existed.
That
Or
is
yeah,
a,
it did exist. Aaron Paul.
It wasn't that bad.
You're a Aaron Paul fanboy. That's
That could
poor-
be. That could be. This.
Aaron Paul was in it, and it was like, what is this need for? What is this? A racing wannabe Fast and Furious? What is this?
Look, I'll tell you right now. The day that video game movie would be better than an average movie is when they turn Super Mario into a movie.
No.
They
No,
did.
They
already
did do
did.
that.
It was
That
the-
is one of my.
Oh my
That's one of my
God.
favorites, by the way. I know
The-
it's terrible, but I love it.
It's
It
terrible.
Was, oh my
Tommy, you
God!
really
What
think
are you
there's
talking
one?
about, Will?
Listen,
Live
listen.
action,
Listen,
obviously.
Oh
the
my
Super Mario
God.
movies were made into the Super Mario was made into a movie, but they didn't play the game when they made the movie. They just did, I'm gonna make some crazy ass shit that has these characters in it.
Pedram. So what's your complaint about my opinion?
What's bad about Mario?
You think that I love it is bad, or what?
Yeah. It's
Honestly-
that movie is shit, and it should be considered
it
a
was
shit.
fun.
I'm a little bit on Will's side because I like it because it's so crappy.
What about
Yeah.
Big
No,
Bertha?
it's-
Remember the Big Bertha scene where
Yeah,
he has
that's
to
just
take his head to
weird.
his
No,
boobs?
because
Who is she?
that-
Who is she? And why is
What
it?
about the
that
ba-bomb where
that
he
movie-
pushes up the ba-bomb?
It,
Or the swamp
blah, blah,
boots.
blah,
The
blah.
swamp boots are so good. Those swamp boots.
What did
and
you
all
say?
the Goombas.
Flop boobs?
Thwomp. You remember
Oh,
Thwomp?
Yes,
Those
Thwomp.
Thwomps that come down. They're
Yes,
spiked.
yes.
They're boots. And
Yeah.
Weren't they making a live action Sly Cooper movie?
Yes, they were, and it failed. They were making a Halo movie too, and it never came out.
Well, those Halo live
They
actions
made
were pretty
side
good.
like films.
Yeah, no. I meant like the
Full
whole full on Halo movie
Yeah, we got
remake.
District 9 instead,
Yeah, but that
which
was
I'm
good.
happy about because I love
Oh,
District 9.
that was a great movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was supposed to make it right. Blomkamp.
Blomkamp, yeah.
Blomkamp? I can't say his name. I'm sorry, guys. But I would say.
Well,
it's
I
better
mean,
than
they
most.
made GTA. I mean, that was great. Breaking Bad.
Did the plot line for this movie make sense to you guys? So we'll move again in this round robin fashion. So Tommy,
Yes, it did. And well, I mean, but here's the thing, though. Someone who's seen or played the games, this makes absolute sense. So for me, who I've been playing these games for years, it was good. Everything clicked. Everything made sense. Everything was for a purpose. For someone, for example, I took my sisters with me. They've never played the game. They've seen me play a couple times, but they didn't really pay attention to the storyline. So there was a little bit of here and there where they were just like, "What the fuck is going on?"
What
Yeah.
didn't make any sense to me was all the other assassins they left there. It's like, why keep them alive? You're done with them, right? You got all
Yeah.
the memories. Why do you need them there?
yeah, like they have assassins. Like they have good actors playing side assassins in that movie, and they're not like prevalent at all. There's like that. I forgot the guy's name. He was like the voodoo assassin or something like that. The black guy. Musa or something like his name is. I don't know what his name was.
All I know is the reason they can't just kill all the other assassins is because it would set off an alarm with all the ones they're testing.
Whatever.
Yeah,
So-
because all of a sudden, like the one guy you're
But
talking to, he's
it
fucking
makes
gone.
sense. It
Where'd
makes
he go?
if you played the game, it makes sense. That's mine. But
Yes.
if you didn't play the game, there is parts where you're like, what the
Yeah,
hell
like
is
they're like,
going
what the
on?
fuck, an apple?
I think you're talking about Michael Kenneth Williams.
Yes, that's him. But what's his actor's name? What's his character's name?
Musa.
Musa. I was
Oh
right.
yeah.
His character has like his
Moses.
assassin kills people with like voodoo magic or something.
Musa is the same name as Moses, by the way. Just want to say that out there.
Oh, okay. He also played Omar in The Wire, which is a great show. Ellie, what did you think?
Okay, so you have played it, you know it well. For me, I shamefully will say I don't know it that well. All I've played really is Unity. So based off of one game only that I absolutely love. Yeah, I know it's outrageous. I'm sorry, Tommy. Just based off of one game that I played,
I feel
was
insulted. I don't
I found the storyline kind of confusing. The only reason I was able to follow
'cause
up
you've only
and
played
enjoyed
Unity.
it. Shut the fuck up.
The first game is very different, Ellie. It's,
Let me
you
finish.
actually see a character in real... Go ahead.
Dude, playing Unity is like playing Paper Mario and being like, I know what Mario's all about.
You never even played Unity.
I played a little bit. It was horrible.
But again, that I'm coming
Well, it's
from
not
like
horrible.
It was horrible.
I know how the game goes, or I know how the games go, and I've watched like gameplays of like the other games, but I don't follow the storyline that well. But so again, I'm like,
Missed
even
it.
just playing one, being familiar with the game, I still got kind of lost on certain parts. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, I can see how you get lost because the
You're not a
storyline
real-
is kind of weird.
You're not
but-
a real fan until you
but
play the first and second ones.
I'll
I
never
know, I'm
forget.
Putting it out there.
I'll never forget the first time I watched Unity gameplay and I saw that clip of you having a cutscene and the two French peasants in the background still having a full conversation over your characters.
That's
in the
my
cutscene.
favorite. There's actually memes of the Assassin's Creed movie, and they have the trailer, and it's a picture of the assassin with the hood on,
Yeah.
and no face, just the eyeballs in the mouth, because that was one of the glitches in Unity too.
Yeah, that's true.
That's awesome.
Because it would break. I remember me and Will were playing Unity, and I got stuck in a rock.
That's
and
cool.
We have a video of it. And he was like, "What are you doing back there?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm stuck here."
I love Unity, the game, but what I don't love is the frame rate. That was the main.
Yeah,
Did you play the
downfall of it.
original too?
I played
3
everything.
and, oh, you played all of them.
Yeah,
And you loved Unity?
I liked Unity.
Did you play this-
I didn't
have you
like
played this new
I didn't
one?
like Syndicate as much.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't either. But I think the game. That wasn't me.
What was that?
That wasn't me. Don't look at me.
quiet.
What was that, Tommy?
I just made a noise.
So the plot line for me made sense because I played that first game and that kind of it follows it closely, but it makes more sense than most video game movies.
Let me ask
They
a
just go off
question
topic.
for those of us who've played the games. Did you think that the Animus was cooler in this than it was in the games?
I don't understand it. I don't get why they had to make it all like freaking mechanical.
I thought it was cooler, and
It looks cooler.
I like how his time in the Animus actually builds muscle mass and puts a strain on his body rather than just laying in a bed. Because how does laying in a bed in Assassin's Creed 2, they show he's actually learned these moves and physical abilities from being in the Animus, but he's just laying in bed and losing muscle mass. How does that give you better physical abilities?
That makes more sense but it makes more sense what you're saying. But they also did that in the Matrix. They never had those things moving around. So
in the Matrix,
he learned that karate moves. Remember?
Yeah,
library of it. It was like,
I know kung fu.
Yeah, but he's not building muscle mass and getting better physical attributes.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
You don't see him parkouring and stuff in real life.
Yeah.
The Animus though, it made. I mean, yeah. Did you really need to have him floating around, jumping, all that? Not really. But it made.
I think it made it more cinematic detail.
Not just that, but it made more sense what was going on. Like again, my sisters who were watching it, it made sense what was happening to him. They could see when they did the clips where it would switch between him punching and then his character who's the assassin back in the old days punching. You could see you could see that he's living through it and he's physically moving around, and the Animus is keeping him from just fucking wandering off.
I feel if they had left it just like the game, it would have been too much like Avatar. Because Avatar, they were all lying in beds and
they were all too. It would just be like Sword Art Online, just sitting there.
Yeah.
No, yeah, they try to do that, but at the same time, the whole Animus moving was cool and all that stuff. But I mean, they pulled him out of the Animus once, right, when he was trying to do grabbing somebody off a cliff or something like that, if I remember. And then you could see him in the Animus doing.
It helps with. I guess it would help with muscle memory, right? So that he memorized the movements
and he builds muscle mass. Yeah,
exactly. It makes more sense.
I get what you're saying.
Why he gets stronger,
But they didn't have to upbuild it. It could have just been just like the movie.
I like that they actually have the desyncing too, because in the game you desync when you die, and this he was desyncing because of emotional thoughts. I didn't really get that.
He was. I think it's just from stress.
Something.
And he was seizing. Yeah, I was watching it.
What did you think about the main character's ambition?
That didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, there wasn't.
He wanted to kill his dad. He didn't want to kill his dad.
But then
he wanted revenge on his mom. Why is he so spiteful?
I'll point this out.
I couldn't follow why
he was riding his bike on the rooftops.
His mom got shanked in the neck.
To ride his bike.
His mom got shanked in the neck. Right. That's what we see at the end.
Yeah, but so he blames his dad.
But for some reason, because the wound was on the right.
But why the hell does this have anything to do with the Animus? I don't get it.
Hold on. She was stabbed in the right. Okay, but then when he comes in, you see his left arm and blood is dripping down on the necklace. How the hell did the blood go from the right side of her neck to down her left arm?
Oh my god! Here's Tommy again.
It's called a PG rating.
No, I didn't get it. So I was confused. I thought somebody killed him. Somebody killed her, and then or she killed herself with the necklace. And then the dad was like, "Yeah, she died." That's what I thought was going on. And then I realized,
he had the blade out, didn't he?
Yeah,
I think he had the blade out.
Yeah, but it made it look like he just showed up and found her dead. And he's like, "Son, you got to get the fuck out." That's what it looked like at first. What bothered me though was the fact that the dad just walks outside and gives up. I'm like, aren't you a fucking assassin? He tells his son, run. Clearly the son can get away. I don't know why the dad just goes, yeah, I just turned myself in.
Maybe he's giving himself up there to distract him while he runs away.
Yep. Father love.
Maybe you think there's going to be a second
assassin
movie.
would never do that. An assassin would kill everybody.
Assassins sacrifice themselves.
Yeah, but you would still go down
Assassins
fighting.
Work in the dark.
Everything is permitted.
It was daylight.
You don't know what he's thinking when he's doing that. Maybe there's a second movie they're setting up the plot for.
No,
maybe
that was it.
Maybe he's just having a good time.
But as far as the mission goes,
I
the fact that it shows up later on with him being killed. It's kind of like I get somebody switched the fucking the drugs that kill you, but it was kind of stupid the fact that they brushed over why he's being killed so quickly. He killed one pimp straight to death.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's kind of dumb.
There's a dude who's killed 25 people and they're sitting there just chilling in prison.
You looked at me weird when I said everything is permitted. What's the first part of that?
My brain does not function right now.
Some Assassin's Creed fan.
But nothing is forgiven. Anyway, continue.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
Shut up.
Okay. So my next question, you guys, is too much time was there too much time in the real world
Yes.
Personally, I think there was, because in the games you got maybe 10 minutes in the real world in the game.
Yeah, I would like to see some more. What I would like to see is less him climbing around the Animus and more just the world.
Inside world.
Pop quiz question for you, Will.
A pop quiz question randomly came out.
Do you know why they chopped off his finger in the beginning?
Because that's how he controls the blade.
And do you know why he didn't have to have that in the future version of him?
I do.
Because in Assassin's Creed 2...
Wait, hold on. Let's see.
Because he turned into Wolverine.
What the fuck? Hell no.
In Assassin's Creed 2, Leonardo da Vinci invents something that makes it so he doesn't have to do that.
There you go. Sweet.
But
that's called fandom.
Oh, you redeem yourself. Good job.
Yes,
but
couldn't let that go.
doesn't that happen like decades before
Yeah, so the very first one, Altair,
in the movie?
they cut off the finger.
This is back in time.
So this is how you know this is way before.
It was during the Renaissance.
Yeah, this is before Ezio.
Leonardo da
Which
Vinci.
is
I know, but
most popular.
Ezio?
Well,
It was Ezio. Yes, it was Ezio.
Ezio.
Oh, yep.
Girl, you pushing it.
I just think that we've already talked about the Animus, but I think that if they had more of the Animus world
Scenes, yeah.
in
would
there
have
instead
loved
of
it
more
more.
real world, I would have liked it more. Like more story of that world, I would have enjoyed it more. And maybe have it would have been really fun if they put a second assassin with him in the movie.
You know what I did want to know,
The
though?
different Animus next to him,
Why was the prince...
like a tag team guy.
Both the Animus?
That'd be crazy.
Why was the prince hiding in some random village shack? Like, what the? How did the fuck did he even get there?
I don't know, because he's there.
He was hidden so they wouldn't get him because he was the heir to the
Yeah,
throne.
but apparently they were already scared because they show up to the palace, right? And obviously, they had to do something to get him to hand shit over. That means they can't force him to they can't just take it over and grab the apple of Eden. They had to get a bargaining chip, which means he was strong enough to protect himself. So why didn't he just protect the kid? That doesn't make sense.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
You know what I liked? There was actual female assassins.
She
in
was
it.
pretty badass.
There's two of them,
Yes.
Yeah,
and one died.
Ubisoft was
I know,
covering
that
their
was
bases
sad,
with this,
but-
just like the latest game, Syndicate.
It's a big deal.
But she was really
Like Joe
good at it.
Biden said, this is a big fucking deal. When he passed the medical
What did you
healthcare
think
law.
of the action scenes?
Sorry.
Because that's one of the big things.
The female assassin was really badass.
Yeah.
She was.
Both of them die though.
I
in this
thought
movie.
The one that lasted longer. She was cool.
I thought the fight scene towards the end was really well done.
The mom
The
died.
parkour when they were.
Everything
They-
other
Fuck
than
the
that, I
mom. She didn't
Be
try.
honest. Did you honestly, when you were sitting there when they were captured and about to get the guy set on fire, you were sitting there going, "How the fuck they gonna get out of this?"
when the female assassin was no longer able to fight, and he took up he tried to fight that big guy. That was when I was enjoying the choreography and the fighting the most.
No, but I mean, you remember the scene where they're about to set the master on fire and they're all like chained up and everyone's shooting.
That
like,
was
"Fuck,
cool.
just put them on fire." Like, did you honestly sit there going, "How are they gonna get out of this shit? They're shackled, fucking surrounded by guards."
Well, not that when they were
That
they
was
escaped.
surprising as
Yeah,
shit.
that was cool actually. The parkour there, that was cool.
And parkour was pretty cool, but I think this movie has come to an end. We want to have to ask one last question for you guys. What would you rate this out of 10?
Ooh,
So Tommy, you can go first.
I'll give it 8 leaps of faith.
Oh, okay. Out of 10?
Yes, that's what you said.
Okay, well,
6 haystacks.
6 haystacks.
Wow.
Out of 10 haystacks.
6? Wow.
It's pretty brutal.
Ellie?
That's brutal.
Sorry,
I actually agree with Tommy. It's like 8.
it's not
Even-
bad. 5 is average. 6 is slightly
5 is a
above average.
fail in my world.
5 is a fail in
Yeah.
my world.
1
bro.
is a fail.
What the hell kind of school did you
1
go
is
to?
unwatchable.
One is unwatchable. 5 is a fail. 1 is like ridiculous. What is it? Ridiculous 6? What is that movie that Adam Sandler made? Ridiculous?
One is like
Ridiculous 6?
listen,
What?
one.
That's a 4 for me.
5 is like
one.
Super Mario Bros. The movie.
5 is good. That's good then.
One
Oh,
one
okay.
is
Don't you speak ill of
one
my
is
Super
refund.
Mario Bros.
That's
movie.
what that one. One is a refund. That's what that is.
One refund, please.
1 to 3 is a refund for me. I will walk out of a movie. I've
Yeah,
done it before.
4 to 5 is I'm slapping whoever suggested we see this.
I enjoyed it, but I wasn't overjoyed.
The only movie I walked out of is War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise.
You want to know? You want to know?
Because once I heard Dakota Fanning start yelling constantly, I said, "F this, my ears have had enough," and I went and got a refund.
So you want to know why Will gave this a 6 out of 10?
Because he didn't get popcorn.
Because that female
Nope.
assassins?
Because ever since Watch Dogs, he's like, fuck assassins.
Okay, Ellie, what would you give it?
So I said I agreed with Tommy and I would give it an 8.
8 what?
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
8 what?
6 what? I don't know 8 what. No.
Oh, pizza.
8 female assassins.
Apples of
female
Eden.
assassins.
Apples of
Assassins?
Eden. Apples of Eden. Apples of Eden. Oh.
Apples of Eden? Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds cool. Yeah, let's do that one.
8 glove knives?
No,
Can you imagine 8 apples of Eden? They wouldn't know what to do with themselves. Anyway,
If I had to give it a rating, I would give it a 7. 7 screaming eagles when you climb to the top.
Oh my
There
god,
was
so
no
much eagle.
I didn't hear any.
That's a complaint of mine, actually.
Yeah.
Too much eagle.
Yeah,
There was flying eagle, but it didn't make the eagle sound when he fell, did it?
Think
No.
I don't
there
remember.
was one point when he did.
I don't know. I
maybe.
was too shocked at the fact that he jumped. I'm sitting there going, there's no way. I mean, I'm sitting there going like, okay, let's just figure this out real quick. At the speed he's falling, I'm pretty sure that equals death.
I like that they made a big deal out of it and they actually called it the leap of faith. I like that.
well-
Yeah, you're kind of just jumping and hoping some dude just doesn't push the fucking hay stack thing just a few inches that way. Just break your neck.
I would have a
back.
great time if they had like a bread cart and I could jump into a whole bunch of bread.
And then you get fat? No.
What's wrong with you? You don't like bread?
Bread's good, man.
Moving on to our next topic of the week. Listeners' confessions.
That's a topic.
That's
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's one of our
Hey,
topics.
fuck.
Ugh.
Oh God, this guy's name at Bernie Sandals tweeted us one time. That's a really cool name, Bernie Sandals. Oh, it's Bernie Sandals _, right?
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders _ tweeted us one time. I made a shank out of some candy cane and walked around my house acting like Skyrim prisoner for some reason, mainly because my parents wouldn't let me out of the house.
Good on you.
That is good, but at the same time, I'm worried for you.
Did you pretend that the mod was there that turns the dragon into a big rooster? I forget.
No, to Thomas the Tank Engine.
Thomas the Tank.
It does turn it into Macho Man Randy Savage. And another one. It
Oh,
goes,
yeah.
It goes, oh yeah, oh yeah, and it just instead of screaming.
See, I wouldn't even make a shank out of the candy cane. I would just get a knife.
I want to know how he made the shank.
Oh, it's a
Did
girl.
you-
It's a girl, by
well,
the way.
How did? Oh, sorry. I want to know how they made the shank. Did they
Smash it against
suck
the
it to a
corner.
point?
Oh my
Well,
Shake
god.
to a
now that's
point.
a girl. It became
I didn't know it was a
inappropriate.
girl. I didn't know it was a girl. I
What-
thought it was a guy.
Was she an adventurer before she
So
took
she
an arrow
definitely
to the
sucked
knee?
it into a point. Now
Could
I'm
have
kidding.
been. She could have been an adventurer, but that sounds like a person that has a really good imagination on
You
them.
think she did like a bar thing where she took the candy cane, smashed it against the corner of the table, and it's all sharp, and then she's like, all right, get me the fuck out.
That could be a way to do it too. And then I'm actually surprised they don't let her out of the house, but they at least let her play.
You know what? I tell you what, no,
Well, they-
that's a waste of candy cane.
shank.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Candy cane is like nobody finishes their goddamn candy cane.
What?
Never seen anybody in my whole life, unless it's a mini candy cane, finish a candy
You've
cane.
never
It
finished a
depends on
candy
I
cane?
finished my regular size
true.
candy canes, not the huge ones.
How?
Who
There's-
the hell eats the big ass fucking 20-inch dildo looking?
They used to make those. They used to make those at Disneyland. They used to
Listen,
People come
You
in.
use us to beat people.
People would come to Disneyland,
Yeah, they would
complain
get
and yell
angry.
at me. Do you have those big candy canes?
You know
used
what
to
those
make?"
candy
Oh,
canes
Those
are
are
for?
expensive.
You want to know what those candy canes are for, Will? Those are for pushing between 3 people in front of you and then trying to make space so you can
listen.
get through.
I've never seen people finish their candy canes because they get to the point where it gets so damn sticky on their fingers. They're like, this fuck this. I'm done with this. They throw it
I
away.
think it's more
Well,
to you.
the annoying part is the twirl on the top. That's the annoying part. It always breaks by the time you're getting down to it.
That's the
I've
best
never
part,
finished
dude.
This starting to sound
I
weird.
hate chewing on candy canes. Candy canes don't have that much sugar enough for me. I don't like them.
Ooh, awkward.
Thank you very much, Bernie Sandals _ for tweeting us. That was great. And if you'd like to send us your confessions, you can email contact@nerdconfessions.net or send us your tweet at nerdconfessions, but in the confessions there's zeros because some other jerk has the handle and we can't get it from him
Damn him.
with the number 0 replacing the O's. So, well, this wraps up this week's confession. Join us next week for more discussions and opinions on things that pique our interest. If you have any confessions you would like to discuss, feel free to send it our way. As always, we'd like to thank all our listeners and followers for tuning and supporting us. Share us, like us, review us, subscribe to us on YouTube. We're almost close to 100 subscribers, which is great. Whatever you do, it helps us grow. And don't forget to find our previous episodes and bonus content on our website, nerdconfessions.net. Check out Cherie's writing. It's great. And this is Nerd Confessions signing off. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Take the leap of faith.
Yeah.
I don't have enough gift cards.
Happy New Year.
Eagles.
Happy New Year.
Logging out of Nerd Confessions. Connections terminated. Transmission over.